Ludwig, you're always on some bullshit. What the f is a Lego drama? Dude, and see, that's where we're on the same page. We're not too different, you and I. I also had this thought to myself, what the hell is the Lego drama? But apparently it's a thrilling saga that has spanned now, I think, 4 videos and maybe 4 hours. Sorry, a new part got uploaded today. 5 parts of. Started a little under 2 weeks ago with a video titled, I Tracked Down the Thief Who Stole $200,000 worth of Legos. Great title. These are all made by a YouTuber called Reckless Ben, who's known for, I think, in part, some viral videos, viral pranks like Spider-Man in real life, and now Lego Saga, okay? So we're gonna take a look at the first video. I'm coming in blind here. I haven't watched a Moist Critical video. I haven't done any research outside of this. I'm just a bystander watching slop and enjoying it like the little piggy I am. So let's all do it together. Are you watching Charlie's video or the source video? We're gonna watch a source video, okay? As a good journalist, you want to watch as many, as close to the source as you can. And this is a primary source.
This man spent his life collecting what's now known as the world's largest Lego Star Wars collection ever. It's estimated to be worth around $200,000.
Legos are crazy expensive. If you're not into Legos, they're not for kids. Okay, sorry, pause. They're for kids. But I feel like the money that Lego makes is mostly from adults. Like, Cutie is a Lego head, and I know they're expensive because she asks me to buy her Legos. And let me tell you, when a Lego is sold out, the secondhand market is ruthless. Set aside Pokemon for a moment. Holy fuck, have you looked at the price of the Black Pearl? And not the new shitty black, the old Black Pearl that's better. They have a different, there's 2 Black Pearls. And I got Cutie the shitty Black Pearl, but then there was the nice Black Pearl. They're selling that 2-3x on eBay. I'm getting fucking priced out by scalpers. They're selling that shit for $500. What do you mean $500? What do you mean? Anyway, they're expensive. So I can believe easily that a price would be $200,000 for a Lego set. And I bet it's not even that many.
Then the entire thing got stolen, and the police are actively working with the thieves to cover the entire thing up. The collector's son, Brian, well, he reached out to me because he has no clue how to break this news to his dad.
At this point, my father had a health episode. We can't bring any stress to him.
The reason he's reaching out to me is because the police are covering this entire thing up. The thief of this collection is actually a corporation called Bricks and Minifigs.
Bricks and Minifigs were not just your average Lego store.
For collectors, Bricks and Minifigs is basically seen as the best and safest way to sell your Lego collection. Because there's so much positive media about them everywhere, Brian thought that this would be the perfect store to finally sell his dad's Lego Star Wars collection.
Okay. So I wrote up a contract.
In the contract, it says that these are still the family's Lego sets, but every time one gets sold, the store gets to keep a small percentage of each sale.
Damn, that is a fuck ton of Legos, dude. That is an awesome amount of Legos. Legos are so awesome. They're so awesome.
But the owner of the franchise, this woman, well, her husband had to actually leave the country due to some work-related reasons.
My husband and I were planning on moving out of the country. I reached out to corporate to let them know, hey, this is something that's coming up in the next like 4 to 5 months. They let me know that they had somebody who was interested in purchasing a franchise in the area. He was going to be in town and he was going to stop by and just take a look at it. It wasn't until Brandon got there that he informed me that they were terminating my franchise agreement. We were getting threats from Brandon and from corporate that if we didn't leave the store immediately, the police were going to be called. I told corporate I wasn't comfortable leaving that night without the inventory. I was also told I was not going to be able to stay there long enough to do that inventory.
But we don't just have to take this woman's word for it. She was actually able to save all the security camera footage from that night, proving that everything she just said is true.
All the footage and evidence is there. In that footage they sent us is Crystal asking him, how am I supposed to pay this guy? These are sets he has not been paid for.
These are ones that he has not been paid his percentage yet. And if I don't have the tickets, I won't know how much I need to pay him.
That's a business thing and not necessarily yours. Who's taking on the business, he takes on all that kind of side that.
His own corporation is sitting there on video saying they're going to take it.
After this woman got kicked out of her own store, she called Brian explaining how corporate just came down and is now trying to take the world's largest Lego Star Wars collection without paying for it. So, Brian called the store to see what was going on.
Called the store, and I said, what happened to Crystal? And he goes, well, that's kind of a private matter, but the corporation's taken over the store. There's something I can do to help you with. I said, well, yeah. I am the owner of about half your store's inventory. All those vintage Star Wars sets you have in there are ours. And he goes, well, I don't know anything about that. I said, well, you better get to learn about it because I have a contract, I have photo evidence, video evidence, like that is our collection. So I went down to the store, brought a copy of the contract. We're like, you need to let me in back and let me see the sets that you still have. All you have to do is let me in back. We can go that route or we can go to court. And the guy just looks at me, crosses his arms and goes, let me tell you what's gonna happen.
Dude. Okay, I'm lost. Okay. Corporate takeover of this franchise of bricks and minifigures, which I don't think is like an individual store. I think there are many bricks and minifigures across the country. I don't know how many. The lady who owns it is leaving the country. She's moving out. So they're getting a new owner. They come in and they kick her out swiftly. And she's like, well, I should do some due diligence. I have to do inventory. I have to do it. And they go, no, just leave. He'll take care of that. Him taking care of it is basically saying everything in this store is mine. It's mine now. And the Legos, which are not technically owned by Krista or by Bricks and Minifigures, but are housed and they get a percentage of sale. So they don't even know if they had 200,000 initially. Maybe they have 175,000. Maybe they have 125,000. Like who knows how much is sold? You don't know till you do inventory and you tally. And so she didn't get to do that. They were supposed to do that. They didn't do it. And now not only did they not do it, he's saying here's what's going to happen. It's mine now. Is what I'm guessing. Let's keep watching.
I go, that's really the route you want to go, rather than just letting me walk in there. And he goes, nope. Dang. What am I to do?
What a flaw, by the way, of the American law system, that this is a viable strategy, a viable method of, I don't know what you want to call it, like threatening, whatever, blackmail, whatever it is. It is so viable because it's so true, right? The justice system works in a way where you can draw it out and the lawyer fees can be more than the value of justice. And so sometimes justice is just taking it on the chin because actual justice is reserved for those with money to pursue it.
And why are the cops not helping? I had terrible anxiety attacks over it, got put on medication. I just kind of was like, okay, I just have to let these freaking things go right now. Because it didn't seem like I have any path to go, you know?
Well, I guess now it's time for me to get involved. So immediately I went to my car, picked up some friends, and started driving 16 hours to this Bricks and Minifig store. And I will do literally whatever it takes. Even if I have to take down the entire police force, I will stop at nothing until this family gets their entire Lego Star Wars collection back.
W Vigilante.
Now, 16 hours later, we're finally pulling up to the Bricks and Minifig store. So I started a pair of spy camera glasses. That's what I'm going to use to film this. And honestly, I kind of just want to hear Bricks and Minifig side of the story.
Hi, how's it going?
Pretty good. How about yourself?
It's pretty good.
What state is this in? Now, is it a one-party or a two-party consent state? That's important here because this could be a problem. Utah. All right, let's check. Is Utah a one-party consent state? It is. W, we're safe. We're in the clear. This is in Oregon. Fuck me. Never mind. Let's check Oregon. Oregon is a split consent state. In-person conversations require all parties to consent, meaning all participants must be notified and consent before you hit record. Okay, this is illegal. Just a heads up.
Good. So basically my friend said that you guys have some of his Legos, I think, and he told me to come here and see if I could pick them up. I think they're Brian's Legos. It's like a big Star Wars collection set, I think.
2019.
Go ahead and leave now.
Really?
So you could go ahead and leave now, or I will call the police for harassment.
Well, I'm not harassing you.
No, you are. Hi. You want to watch the cameras? I'm being harassed by you. Watch the cameras. I am being harassed. You need to leave.
Literally, all I did was just bring up that my friend has some Legos in their store, and the manager started
Sensey.
freaking out on me.
She's
So
sensey.
here's still all of the Lego sets you guys still have.
I don't have anything to do with that, and I don't want that.
Eventually, the owner of the store called in and asked if he could talk to me.
Are you the owner of the Bricks and Minifig store?
Yeah, why? What you got?
So basically, I just wanted to get some of the Legos back that you guys still have. I think I'm looking for the clone turbo tank.
Why do you think you would be entitled to our inventory?
Well, at least I confirmed
Ooh,
the Legos
smoking
are
gun.
still here. The only thing is the owner's claiming that he's the owner of these Lego sets. I mean, it's pretty stupid of him to say that, considering I'm literally holding a copy of a contract he made with the store that said that this Lego Star Wars collection is not the store's property. It's the family's property.
He doesn't own the.
Hey, how's it going?
Well, at least the police are here now, so once I show him the contract we're in with the store, we can finally get the Legos back.
Well, I don't think the police would do that. Even if they were like good cops, and I think they're going to be bad cops based off the title of the follow-up videos. I don't think they do that.
So you are trespass from here. So
Okay.
Trespass for life. So if you come back,
Oh, for life?
yeah, if you come back, you could be arrested. Okay.
Oh, so how do I get the Legos back then if I can't go in the store?
Okay, we talked about that. Do you understand the trespass portion? If you come back, you will.
I feel like you didn't really cover it.
We've been filming for 10 minutes and I'm already trespassed from Bricks and Minifigs, which is like the whole location of the video. So how do I film a video at Bricks and Minifigs now if I can't even legally go back there? So to continue the video without getting arrested, I went back to Bricks and Minifigs corporate offices. And the Bricks and Minifigs CEO, the guy who runs the entire company, Ammon McNeff, he personally came out to talk to us.
Okay.
So what's going on?
So you guys are holding some of our Legos?
No, we're not.
You're not?
No. We have, our attorneys have visited, like, again, so who's
Brian Mansell.
okay, and who's that?
He's a guy who had he had like $200,000 worth of Legos in your guys' store.
Nope. Never happened.
I mean, it did happen, yeah. It does happen.
No, we did not.
Yeah.
Dude, kind of a fire strat. Just a nope. Nope. Didn't happen. That's some shit I do to the guys at the yard. They go, you showed up late. I go, nope. Wrong. And they go, yes, we were supposed to show up at 11. I go, wrong again. Why would you say two wrong things? It's not better than one. There's a fire strategy. Okay.
So I showed him some social media posts his own company made that are still up that claims that these are Brian Mansell's Lego sets. And these Lego sets that they're still holding on to are worth $200,000. But all of these claims are from his own company. We just caught the CEO of the entire company red-handed in a lie.
That should
Yeah,
clear
it's
it up.
crazy to me that even the CEO is in on this cover-up. So we all regrouped together to rewatch the footage I've gotten so far. And there was one thing the manager said that might be a way forward for us.
I have not heard anything from the owners.
Oh.
So you need to leave.
Can I talk to the owners then, or
You go ahead and call the owners.
do you have their number?
I'm not giving it to you.
Basically, she's putting all of the blame on the owner of the store, which is good to find out. The only problem is she's not giving me the owner's number.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, if you could give me a number and we could call
I'm not
them.
giving you anything except for calling the police.
But you told me to call the owners, right?
You're absolutely right, but I've asked you how many times to leave the store.
So you have his number, or?
No, I don't have any of their numbers.
Dang.
That's why I was like, corporate keeps telling me to contact the owners of the store, but with no contact info. So I try to contact the store, and the store hangs up on me and says I'm harassing them.
The manager
It is, so far this is so frustrating to watch.
is really trying to protect the store owner from getting in trouble. So if she's not going to give me his number, I'm just going to have to find it a different way. When she hands me the phone, we might be able to see his name and number. Josh Lego. Well, we found out the owner's name is Josh. However, the number was way too blurry on the spyglasses. No, it's so blurry. So I checked the store's
okay.
Instagram to see if it follows it.
Low-key, I think that's such an insane crime, no? That's such an insane crime. Filming on private property in a to consent in-person state to get the number. Just because he wasn't allowed to film.
So I checked their business.
I'm cool with it. I mean, and here's the sad truth is that because the justice system is so broken, the court of public opinion is really like the fastest way to make any change. You know what I mean? It's like if an airline fucks you over in a way that's like tangibly obvious, like people don't go to court. They're like, okay, let me go to fucking Twitter. You know, if any business fucks you over, you don't start a lawsuit. You start a thread on all the malfeasance and try to rally support on like TikTok or some shit. And that's more effective a lot of the time than a lawsuit, and cheaper.
After watching the footage over and over, my final conclusion is, yeah, the manager sucks. But she's not really the mastermind of this whole thing.
No.
She's just protecting the mastermind of this whole thing.
Yeah.
Because she's brainwashed.
Yeah.
But luckily for me, through my YouTube career, I've infiltrated tons of cults, and I've personally experienced some of the most intense and crazy brainwashing in the entire world. Basically what I'm trying to say is I'm pretty sure that I could brainwash one of these Bricks and Minifigs employees way harder than any corporate offices could. And yes, that's the plan. Brainwash the Bricks and Minifigs employees to be on my side. Yeah. My friend Victor is gonna be the cult recruiter. I dressed him up to look like a famous YouTuber so he would look powerful, and the employees here will have to listen to him.
It's going right now.
How's it going?
We have the winner right over here.
We're partnering with the local Lego club, and we're gonna kind of do like an award ceremony. Like the Lego club wants to host the award ceremony for you, so yeah.
And just like that, she's in. So we traveled deep into the woods and waited for this employee to show up.
Okay, so far I'm on board with them. Like, I think it's a great cause. I think clearly they deserve their inventory back, or at least, you know, the contract to be followed and them to receive the money for their Legos. I don't love this section. I don't super get this. This seems crazy to me. This is just a store employee who I imagine is not involved on this, right? Like, I assume they're just being paid a shitty wage to work at a Lego store. I don't think she has anything to do with the stolen Legos. I think she's just a kid working at a Lego store, but I'll let it play. But luring a child to the woods, or I don't know how old she is, luring a girl to the woods, it just feels wrong. I don't know if there's any time you can lure a girl to the woods and it be a good thing. I have a general rule, okay? And this is across the board. You shouldn't lure people to the woods, okay? This is a general rule I have. I think I even amplify it a little step higher when it's a girl and a bunch of guys are luring them. Okay. And that's just a rule I have. And I have yet to see that rule be broken in a way that I'm like, okay, that time it made sense.
Lastly, all cults do group rituals to make you feel like one with the group. So now we have to become one with this Bricks and Minifigs employee.
Brick by brick, brick by brick, brick by brick, brick by brick.
And now the employee is fully brainwashed. Okay, maybe not fully brainwashed, but we definitely did a much better job at brainwashing her than corporate Bricks and Minifigs did.
Yeah.
So hopefully now I'm finally safe to bring up these Star Wars Lego sets.
We heard something about like some like Star Wars sets.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about that, or?
I know some of it. They were gonna reimburse him for everything.
Okay. So really, they just showed her a good time by pretending to be YouTubers and then like having some fun, and then tried to get some information out of her, basically undercover. Crazy it worked. Yeah. I mean, I think the strategy makes sense, right? Like, you can become friends with someone and then ask them this question. And like, she would probably tell anyone in her personal life this. The only weird thing is that they went to the woods. I just think you could have done this without the woods. That's all.
And then I think they did, and he's still upset about everything, which I get.
They reimbursed him for everything?
Yeah, we don't have any of his stuff on the shelves.
Really?
Yeah, we don't have any of it.
But just like every other cult member out there, these employees have been told a lie.
So we think they've been lying to you. So these were all the sets in the store, and they're all metadata timestamped.
Wait, we do have these ones.
Yeah, those are all his.
No, some of them I think we do still have.
Yeah, I know you guys do. You showed me one of them when I asked.
Did I?
Yeah.
Wait. I thought it's called one of you?
Yeah, all I did was.
Oh my god. You know what's really funny is after you left, I got a call from my boss, and it was like, how do we get them arrested? How do we
Dang.
get them arrested?
Now that we have a Bricks and Minifigs employee on our side, it's time to finally complete our mission and get Josh, the owner's number.
Wait, but you have like their numbers and stuff, right?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, did he give you Josh's number? Can I take a picture of it?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Well, now that I have the owner's number, it's time to give him a call.
Wow. I mean, it worked. I'm almost mad that it worked. I'm almost mad that the lure the store employee, the girl to the woods strat worked. I'm mad about it. I'm mad, but I have to own it. It worked.
Hello. I'm just calling to get my Legos back. I think they told me to talk to you about it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, what Legos?
I think it's the Star Wars set. I have a list. I can kind of pull it up. I was just wondering, like, how we can get them back. Should I, like, if I get your okay, I can just walk in the store and...
I don't know what Legos you're talking about, dude. What are you talking about?
I think one of them's called, like, the Super Trooper set. I think we got, what else is there?
I don't know what you're talking about. Keep going.
You don't?
Since Josh was pretending to not remember any of the Star Wars sets that make up half of his store's inventory, I decided to send him over a picture of the contract his store is in.
What contract is it? I didn't sign a contract. I didn't sign that agreement. I didn't agree to anything in that.
And now I finally understand the legal loophole that Josh is using to get away with this. And it's probably the stupidest loophole I've ever heard in my entire life. Josh is claiming that it's not his name on the contract, it's the previous owner's, which makes no sense because in the security camera footage, he tells the previous owner that he's going to be the one taking over the contract now.
He's taking on the business, he takes on all that consignment liability.
And I guess this is some sort of just contract loophole he's trying to use to steal the world's largest Lego Star Wars collection.
In order for me to be under contract, I have to sign something.
Or you had to take it.
I mean, presumably he did sign something, right? You probably signed something when you took over the store. You just didn't sign that actual contract, but it would probably be under it, right? Like it's kind of he's being a little dumb here.
Or from the previous owner, right?
Nope, that's not how the law works.
Yeah, it is.
Got him.
It is?
Yeah.
So
if that's how the law works, then sue me for it.
Surprised at how much the owner wanted us to sue him. He wants this because Brian already tried to sue him and it didn't work.
We've been to a couple attorneys and they basically spelled it out saying here's the path that's going to happen if you go down each of these routes. They're now in Spain, so we're getting into that whole international thing just to have them an injunction on the store to have them go back and prove what they sold and not. That's like $60,000 to $70,000.
Yeah, Bricks and Minifigs knows that Brian and his dad don't have nearly enough resources to sue a company as big as Bricks and Minifigs.
He's like, we're gonna keep these. You're gonna walk away from this. You're not coming back. And if you choose to sue us, we will drag this out in court till it is well past what this collection is worth.
So let's lay out the puzzle pieces really quick. If Brian and his dad sue Bricks and Minifigs, it's gonna ruin their lives. And by the way,
I feel like the obvious route is we'll wrap it up here, open up a crowd fundraiser for the lawsuit. You'd easily crush whatever goal you would need. You'd probably far surpass the amount of the Legos, just because I think the story is something that people bite on, and then take them to court.
This Bricks and Minifigs company has been treating this family. I only think it's fair if they're the ones that get their lives ruined. In order to make things right, it looks like we gotta do this. Now Bricks and Minifigs has their life ruined, and you can see Brian and us, we are the ones now doing the illegal activity. So I told my group the plan. We have to do something illegal.
I thought you said you didn't want to do anything illegal.
Right.
Well, but the thing is, they're getting screwed because of it, because they would have to upfront the cost, and then if they take us to court, then
I'm down for the illegal stuff.
And the group is in. So now it's time to do an illegal business move against Bricks and Minifigs. Let's just hope that they take the bait and sue us. First, I went to Google Maps and took a screenshot of the sign.
Dude, this guy's brain works in ways mine could never. Okay, tried to get them to sue you. I don't understand how that would solve anything, because the issue isn't that they don't have capital for a lawsuit, it's that you don't. And if you get sued, you still have to upfront the capital for it. No, it's not like if you get sued, you don't pay lawyers money. I'll just keep watching.
I got rid of their tagline because it's boring, and I changed it to "We steal from old people." And now the tagline's actually accurate. Also added a cute little company logo. And this is my plan of how I'm gonna make it into court with Bricks and Minifigs for free. Once we're in court, we can finally hold Bricks and Minifigs accountable for stealing the world's largest Star Wars Lego collection. And of course, they're also going to try and get me in trouble, but this is where I'm going to make my grand reveal. You see, this entire time, my company name was actually called We Steal From Old People. Yeah, the words Bricks and Minifigs, That's just the company tagline. In America, there's no specific law that says whether the tagline has to be above or beneath the company name, so I'm just allowed to do this. So people are just assuming.
None of it makes any sense. No. My company is called Kill Yourself. You see the Google above it? Unrelated. The company's called Kill Yourself. Google is the tagline. So, Your Honor, as you can, we should, wait, what? What do you mean, bailiff? Take him away. What are you talking about?
The name is Bricks and Minifix. Well, that's really just the tagline of our company, and our company name is actually We Steal From Old People.
Yeah.
And now, because I'm actually not stealing their name, it's going to be so easy for me to win this court case. And Brian's going to get his entire Star Wars Lego collection back. So I registered We Steal From Old People as an official Oregon company. And now that my company's legally approved, I made a website, and you can visit us at www.westealfromoldpeople.com. And so now to promote this website...
I'm sorry, I'm losing it. It makes no sense at all. I don't think any of this flies.
She's calling the cops right now.
Oh, the police are here.
This is a problem. The police told me yesterday that if I ever come back to this store in my lifetime, I'm getting arrested.
If you come back, you will be arrested. Okay? You understand that?
Uh-huh.
And as you can see, they still haven't sued me. I can't just give up on the plan before being sued. So I did a switcheroo with this guy. He's wearing my exact same clothes and his legal name.
Dude, it's like Scooby-Doo if there was 5 fucking Scooby-Doos.
The police instantly tried removing our booth because us stealing their name is very illegal. But if we want to get away with this crime, all we have to do is copy Bricks and Minifigs. We have to put all of the blame on an anonymous corporate person, and then when they ask who corporate is, we just don't tell them.
Police wanted to speak to corporate.
Oh, hello, this is corporate. We steal from old people. How's it going?
You do what?
Well, the corporation's called We Steal From Old People. We're a legitimate business, so yeah. What?
Who am I talking to?
This is corporate.
I know it's corporate, but who are you, corporate?
Corporate, We Steal From Old People.
No, I know who you are. I mean, who are you as a person?
Oh, I'm just the owner that runs it.
Who am I talking here?
This is the owner of We Steal From Old People. It kind of seems like a civil matter, doesn't it? Like, we have the plaintiff's claim if they want to...
Here's the situation. Do you really want to get in go round and around now?
And now, Bricks and Minifigs finally gets a taste of their own medicine. They're now in a situation the police can't help them with. The only way this will ever end is if they sue us. So I went back to the Bricks and Minifigs corporate offices to see if the CEO of this company would sue me.
Going about things the way that you continue to do this is not the right way.
Uh-huh.
Do you understand that?
So what's the right way then?
Do you understand
Yeah.
that like the harassment style that you have conducted?
I mean, whatever, like, my franchises do, like, underneath me, I guess that's like...
Dude, I was like, why is he so pissed off in the conversation the first time? Now it makes sense because it came after all of this.
I can't really control them. I'm just corporate, I guess.
Are you a registered franchise?
Yeah.
You guys have FDDs and everything else?
Yeah.
What states are you registered in?
Oregon.
You're a registered franchisor, so...
Yeah, I'm actually a franchise owner of the franchise, too.
The CEO of this company knows pretty much better than anyone.
I like how he said FDDs thinking these guys would buckle as if they didn't already get their FDD license. Like, buddy, come on. Can we please talk ball for a moment? Like, can you stop saying, like, so you know where the 3-point line is? Like, yes, we're there, bro.
And that he can't get us in trouble for what we're doing because we can always just keep passing the blame onto our lower franchises. We're just doing the exact same thing he's doing.
Brick by brick!
Brick by brick!
Okay, I get what you're doing. I appreciate that you think you're being very clever and that you think that you can do all sorts of fun stuff this way, but it's like you have no business being here.
It seems like he's going more tender with his voice, perhaps an appeal to emotion, ethos. First, he was trying to be logical, almost dad. Now, okay. I don't think he's defeated. I think it's a play to emotion. It's a play to emotion here.
Well, we do have business. We have a bunch of our Legos.
Pathos. Sorry, pathos. I apologize. And that's why I graduated with a 2.9.
Well, if Bricks and Minifigs is not going to sue me, then I guess we have to settle this outside of court. I mean, Josh has literally already exposed their entire plan to me of how they're planning on getting away with this.
I feel bad for him. That agreement is not criminal. That agreement is now civil.
What the fuck?
So it's a civil matter. It's not criminal. And I have extensive legal knowledge.
Yeah, basically a civil crime is just the legal way of saying a business deal gone bad, which, if this truly was just a business deal gone wrong, you would have to settle this through the court. The police aren't able to do anything. We have the police to solve criminal crimes, such as stealing from a lottery. That's a criminal crime that the police would have to investigate. So, here's the plan. What if we do a lottery? Yes.
Dude, shut the fuck up. I'm sorry. It definitely is a civil matter. I think he is right about that. He is right about that. The police are not going to solve this case. It is for sure. It should be handled in a civil court.
First, Brian donates one of his sets to a lottery. Someone wins the lottery, and then if Bricks and Minifigs keeps the prize for themselves instead of giving it to the winner, they have now just stolen from a lottery. Now it's not a business deal gone bad. They're actually interfering with a state-regulated lottery scheme, which is now a criminal offense that the...
Okay, guys, no, hear me out. I changed my name to Bricks and Minifigs, okay? And then, no, everyone stay with me. My legal name is Bricks and Minifigs. And then I say crazy racist things. And then, so then everyone, all of you guys go online and you say Bricks and Minifigs is racist. It's not it would be true because you'd be referring to me, whose legal names is Bricks and Minifigs. Okay? We tank the reputation of the brand so badly because I'll be so crazy racist that then, and none of this is illegal. None of this is illegal.
That's interesting.
It turns out this is completely legal for us to do.
What my favorite part about this guy, he's really just, he's trying to see justice. The American justice system has fucked this guy so severely hard that this YouTuber is his only goddamn option. And he's saying the craziest possible shit in a room, and he's going with it because he has no other options. And so hearing any option probably feels pretty fucking awesome. It's really depressing, honestly. It's really depressing. Yeah, I blame him 0%. He's a guy who got absolutely ham-fisted, who's trying to find a piece of justice in this fucked up world, getting fucked every second of the way. And this guy is a crazy YouTuber comes along saying, I'll help. Anything he says, you're like, yeah, fuck it. Honestly, this does need a Saul Goodman.
You still own the Legos, correct?
Technically, we own all of those.
Yeah. So it would be legal for you to auction your Legos off, right? If you still are the owners, right?
Yeah.
To make sure everything was legally legit, I registered for a gambling license, which, yeah, it actually takes a long time to get one of these, which sucks. But on the DOJ website, it says that if you're a nonprofit or a religion, you actually don't need a license. But luckily for me, I'm already the leader of a religion called Scientology Sucks, officially approved in California, which is another problem. I guess technically I need it registered in Oregon for this to work. So I registered for the Oregon PO box, which costs $35. I used it for this new Oregon Scientology nonprofit. I mean, Oregon Corporation, Okay, I'm pretty sure I lost everyone, but all you need to know is that I put a lot of work into making sure that this is a legal, legit raffle. That means that if Bricks and Minifigs decide to steal from this raffle, they have now committed a criminal crime, which the police are required to investigate.
I want everyone's attention. We're doing a Lego raffle. This Lego set is worth $1,000.
Pretty much instantly, we were a hit, and everyone wanted to win this Lego set. Finally, it was time to pick our winner.
We are about to see who the winner is right now. 3, 9, 7, 7.
Is that mine?
You won! Yeah, are you the winner?
Well, this family legally won this prize, so now if Bricks and Minifigs doesn't give it to them, they're committing a criminal crime, which could land them in jail.
I think it's still civil. And I'm not 100 on this. I'd like to see a lawyer react to this video. I think it's still civil.
The Lego set is at a place called Bricks and Minifigs. It's like right down the street, and we can pick it up.
The reason it's civil is because the giveaway of the prize is still in a civil case. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're using the prize of a Lego that is wrapped up, or should be wrapped up, in a civil case. The ownership of the prize is a civil dispute. And I know this guy's a fucking crazy guy and it's fun to follow his antics. I don't think it works like this. And I don't know, I'm not a fucking lawyer. I imagine when the lawyer reacts come out, they're not going to go, you know what? This guy's kind of fucking cooking. I don't think they're going to be like, God damn it, he figured it out. Like, son of a bitch. He got it. That's a criminal case. No. Everybody, I don't think that's what's going to happen. I just think legally it was going to be like, hey, it's a fun way to engage in, I think he's going to talk more like that. That's my thought.
We drove to the store as fast as we could. We met up with the family and went inside to help them claim their prize.
I'm here to give these people their prize of a Stormtrooper speeder set.
Well, actually,
these people.
my sister. He won.
You guys have the prize.
This is low-key so mean to the kids. Like, I know there's a greater cause here to so mean to the kids who are just like really pumped to win a Lego, and then they have to witness, because like they know going to this store, there's no universe. They go, oh, okay, yeah, we got it, and they hand it over. That's not gonna happen. So they're basically kind of using the kids as props to be like,
Here.
I don't know anything about things.
Like, I can't leave without it.
Yeah, you can. You can have a good day.
Amanda has just made it very clear. Instead of giving this family the Lego set
They're
they legally
stealing
won,
from the lottery.
the company is going to steal it.
You're stealing $1,000 from a little girl.
Yep.
You understand that's a criminal case and not a civil one, right?
That guy is not supposed to be here. You have a good day.
Wait, she's not gonna give him the prize?
But good thing for us, this isn't a civil crime anymore. Amanda just stole from a lottery. Now they have officially committed a criminal crime. It's time to get the police involved.
I don't know if this class. Okay, I'll move on.
Just stole the prize from our lottery. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
And now the police are here.
It's a
But
criminal
for some
crime.
reason, I think they thought that I was the criminal.
Is this typically how you treat victims if they get their prize stolen, or?
Do you have ID or anything on you?
No.
What's your date of birth?
12/30/1995. Did we commit a crime?
Same year as me.
I'm trying to figure that out right now.
But the police don't just have to take our word for it. I'm carrying all of the legal raffle paperwork, plus the Oregon law book that specifically states this is a criminal
Yeah,
crime.
but like, bro, that judge's not gonna read the fucking book. Like, what are we doing here?
The police are required to investigate.
Oh, we have all the paperwork here. Stealing from a DOJ-approved raffling scheme is a criminal offense, which the police...
He's flipping through it like you're on the shitter. He's flipping through it like it's a fucking coffee table book. Oh, cool.
have to investigate.
Now that the police have seen the law, they actually agree that a crime has been committed. They're now finally going to do a police investigation on this Lego theft. The investigator started by taking some notes.
They're selling stuff because they're thieves and stole stuff. It's a raffle?
Yes.
Okay. And we need to investigate some sort of raffle thievery.
Well, he started taking notes until another police officer came and whispered in his ear. I don't know what he said to him, but whatever it was, it made them all completely change their attitudes.
You're trespassing the
Oh god, he probably just went up, said cock you on, boing boing.
property for life.
Oh
Okay?
no, maybe he actually is about the trespassing.
You come back. You're gonna go in handcuffs and go to jail.
But they trespass you? But we're just trying to claim our prize.
You guys have no right or have no connection to the store. You're not.
Well, yeah, we do. They stole a bunch of, like, they have our prize, so there's a connection.
That is a civil issue between.
No, it's criminal. I got the.
Are you gonna listen to me?
This officer's trying as hard as he can to cover up this crime, but I wasn't gonna let him. But eventually, he said, if I don't let him cover up this crime, I'm getting arrested.
We really want to dive down this really deep. We're trying to get some outs. Okay, we're trying to work with you guys, give you some outs. We can start looking at that you guys falsified a raffle. Whatever that raffle looked like.
Well, here's the thing: it's not a falsified raffle. We have all the legal paperwork right here.
You don't have authority to give out a prize. We're just going to get to the point that we're not going to have these conversations. We're just going to put you in handcuffs, take it. Are we all on the same page? No. Okay. Well,
yeah, I'm not gonna let the police just cover.
Yeah, I don't know. That feels like a fucking fake ass threat. Like, what do you mean? Take you to jail for what?
Yeah, I was pretty confused on what they were going to arrest me for. I mean, the Fourth Amendment in our Constitution specifically states that the police can't arrest you if they don't have a reason. I keep asking them for a reason, but they can't tell me anything that I'm doing that's illegal.
Well, I don't think we broke the law.
That's your opinion. That part doesn't matter. Here, it's pretty black and white.
Because right now, you guys said the law we broke is the falsifying the raffle.
Dude, they cannot handle him. They cannot handle this guy.
So let's do this. Let's just call it. I want you to go from here, all right, guys? Just please. Please.
So you guys are going to investigate?
We are trying to keep you guys out of handcuffs. We don't want to go to
Why would they be in handcuffs?
You seem like nice guys. We don't want that for you guys. But at a certain point, we can't keep doing this.
But why would they be in handcuffs?
We're good, guys. All right,
I don't think we're good. We're not good at all.
It's pretty clear. You go on the property, you're going to get arrested.
When I came up with this plan, I was under the assumption that the police are supposed to follow the law, but I was wrong. In Kaiser, Oregon, the police don't follow the law, and because of this, another family got scammed by bricks and minifigs. I felt pretty bad, so I just paid this family what this Lego set was worth myself.
Do we call the police officer? Like, what do you do when there's just corrupt police?
Should you go to the police department?
Should we go to the police department?
No. So we went to the police department to tell them that some of their police are corrupt.
Dude, just talk to a fucking lawyer, bro. Like, fuck.
And then we realized we're literally just telling the police that they are corrupt. Of course, they're not going to do anything about it. Yeah, they just sent us home. This is when we realized that this raffle might have actually accomplished something pretty big for us. Josh ended up giving me a call.
You guys keep coming to the stores. You park out front. You do fake raffles. You're threatening my business, you moron.
I mean, look, dude, maybe this guy's a genius, and I think I need to give him credit. This video's fucking insane. This guy's fucking crazy. Here's the reason I think he might be a genius. This guy's business is going to tank. Way more than the value of the Legos from the fallout of this video and these videos. It is going to do way more damage than having just returned the Legos or whatever, or winning the Legos back in a civil case or whatever it is. Because I think now it's not just Bricks and Minifigs Oregon, it's Bricks and Minifigs the brand. Like, I think so many people learned about Bricks and Minifigs just to fucking hate on Bricks and Minifigs.
It wasn't a fake raffle. It was a real lottery scheme according to Oregon state law. And it actually is a Class B felony, up to 10 years in prison and a $250,000 fine.
Yeah, the loophole he's been using this entire time, just hiding behind the fact that it's a civil case, isn't going to work for him much longer.
Well, let's not argue that. I don't want to. It's just better to just say, hey, you're not a thief. You know what I mean? Definitions of whether it's stolen or not, I don't think, anyway, it's not stolen. Why do we care about that?
Dude, I like how he like genuinely waited. He's like, okay, wait, so I'm sorry. It's a 10 years, and so you actually made the company. Wow, okay, that's well, but I didn't steal. Well, I did steal, but it's not. It's he's like trying to work through.
Who cares whether it's stolen or not?
But for some reason, Josh still decided not to give the Legos back. I think he might just need one more push. Here's the plan. Take a picture of every single sign that's outside the Bricks and Minifigs store.
I mean, low-key, like, it's basically harass this guy until he says this isn't worth the $200K. There's a level of harassment that you'd probably give up.
And now I'm going to redesign every single one to make them way better.
It's not harassment, poker night. I mean, let's just be honest for a moment. Like, let's just be honest for a moment. Yes, it is. Like, come on. They went on the guy's roof and they put a fake sign over his real sign. They're printing out signs they're going to put on the store. Like, yeah, obviously. They've had like 6 people go in the store pretending to be random people, all with the purpose of being like, oh, let me check out this Lego set. By the way, they fucking lured one of the employees into a fucking forest. It's definitely harassment, but I think it's street justice.
But before we had time to do this, Josh gave me a call. He's still trying to convince me to sue him so he gets charged with a civil crime, not a criminal crime, which could land him in jail.
If you think it's illegal, why don't you sue me? It's a civil matter. Tell Brian to put his money where his mouth is. Let's go to court.
Okay, you want to do double or nothing? If you're wrong, you pay us double. If I'm wrong, I pay you double.
Are you dumb?
Dude, being friends with this guy's got to be a fucking riot. This guy's a hoot. Fuck, man. Better Call Saul would kill himself talking to this guy. He'd lose.
You're obviously a kid. You don't know how this works.
I think you're scared. Double or nothing. Let's do it.
You're so dumb, bro.
I think you're scared.
Okay, I'm not scared.
Let's do double or nothing. If you lose, you pay us $400,000. You're scared. You're a chicken. I'm calling you out. You're scared. I'm calling you out. You're too scared. You're scared.
Okay, do you want
Put your money where your mouth is.
Are you just gonna be a pussy, or are you gonna?
I'm putting my money where my mouth is. You put your money where your mouth is.
Okay, let me talk.
Okay.
When Brian first came in, we identified anything that was on that list that would have been his that Amanda didn't sell, and we set it aside. And it's still sitting there. We're happy to give you your stuff back. I just don't want any more damage to the store.
I guess Josh is fine.
Oh my God, the harassment campaign's working.
Well, it looks like we won. And Brian is finally getting his Legos back.
This definitely changes the trajectory of a lot of the things that we had in
Yeah, dude, we had some really good ideas. Yeah.
It's funny because like they're almost sad about it. They're like almost sad about it. Because they're YouTubers. They want to fuck with this guy relentlessly because they're fighting for a good cause. It's fun to fuck with someone in creative, ingenious ways. And this guy's a prick, so why not harass this guy? They're almost sad that it's like, oh, fun's over.
Well,
clearly, it's not fun's over, though, because there's 35 minutes left.
I want to give it back to him. That's the long and the short of it. We've run me over. I'm good. We got to win Amanda over, right?
What does Amanda have to do with it? You're the owner.
Amanda.
Okay.
Hi, Amanda. How's it going? We came to make peace, and we talked to Josh. He told us to come back and make peace with you. Is that okay? It turns out I was right. This was a trap. Bricks and Minifigs doesn't care about giving us the Legos back. They just want to get us arrested.
That's why I made a DNA clone of myself who walked into the store, and it wasn't me.
There was a gentleman who was trespassing.
I had the clone kill himself on the store property.
But making peace with us did not seem like a priority for Amanda.
She's a pro, dude.
Her priority was to get us arrested.
She's a sleeper cell.
It's just a regular peace treaty, a one-page document.
Oh my God. That's what I'm saying, bro. These are YouTubers. They're shameless. They have nothing to lose. Like, they're walking in here knowing they're going to get arrested. They could not give less of a fuck.
If you need to go over it, like, you know, you take your time.
They have, like, the papers they're trying to get me to sign. It literally just says peace treaty. I don't know who this other guy is. He's apparently a guy.
Oh, he's the treaty guy.
Friend or the treaty guy.
He has some kind of, like, treaty on a scroll.
You want to call Josh?
No, I'm calling the police.
Bricks and Minifigs is still doing the same thing they've always done. They're still trying to get me arrested just to avoid giving the Legos back. The problem with their plan, though, is Bricks and Minifigs is never going to be able to arrest me because I have a get-out-of-jail-free card. I've actually had this card the entire video. I just haven't used it yet. Let's rewind all the way to the beginning so I can show you what I mean.
So basically, my friend said that you guys have some of his Legos, I think?
Nope, it was even before this, right here. I made a contract with Amanda that says I, Ben Schneider, should not be trespassed, and all of these legal words, for any circumstance whatsoever, and for literally any reason, they cannot trespass me. And it's effective for the next 10 years. But this only really works as a get-out-of-jail-free card if I can get Amanda to sign it. But how the heck am I going to do that?
You already did. This doesn't work. This doesn't work. This doesn't work. This is not real. This doesn't work, dude. You're just showing yourself to fraud.
Hi, sorry, I got a delivery.
You know what? Fuck it, bro. This is how Mark Zuckerberg got Facebook.
Can I get a signature?
You're kicking me out of my own company?
For some reason, Amanda just started signing our contract without even reading it.
Thank you so much.
So even though Amanda didn't read it, she signed it, so she has to follow everything, including a clause that says for every police officer she calls on me, she owes me $5,000 in liquidated damages. So let's fast forward and see how much Amanda owes me. We got 5,000, keep going, 10,000, 15,000, 20.
Dude, I literally think if Legal Eagle reacts to this, he's gonna lose his hair watching this fucking video. He's gonna lose his hair.
I'm calling the police because you've already been trespassed off the premises.
Well, that would actually cost you $5,000.
You don't want to owe $5,000 more, do you?
I knew it.
I don't owe anything, and I'm asking you for like the millionth time you need to leave.
You did say that I'm allowed to be here. You signed a document. You did it?
I never once said you were allowed to be here.
Well, then whose signature is this then?
That is not my signature.
It's not?
Why do you have anything to do with signatures here?
Because you signed this, right?
No, I did not.
Is that not your signature?
So, no, it's not. And I'd like to know how you guys got a signature that's even close to mine.
What
says... So it's close to yours. Amanda, okay, you can be real. You can just say your signature. You can just say it. Okay, you're not... It's not mine. Doesn't look like mine at all. But if it was hypothetically close to mine, how did you get it?
Now that Amanda knows she can't call the cops on me just for being here anymore, I decided to call Josh to update him on how making peace with Amanda is going.
Hey, I just went back to try to apologize to Amanda, and...
But what Josh said next, I was not ready for.
Dude, when we took over that store, there was nothing in that store. The shelves were empty.
Pat.
I don't know why you guys are thinking we're the bad guys.
Pat. Josh's story has now completely changed. Now he's saying even if I'm able to make peace with Amanda, they still won't be able to give me the Legos back because they never even had the Legos to begin with.
We've seen the Legos.
Well,
If Josh is telling the truth, then why did Josh say this to us last time?
We're happy to give you your stuff back.
I mean, what stuff of ours would he be giving back if none of our stuff was even ever in his store? And they're like, what about this?
I'm happy to go open that stupid cupboard and you can have all the sets in there.
Cupboard.
I want to give it back to him. I'm happy to give you the inventory. Get the inventory to Brian and I'll give him back. I'm not gonna screw you. You have my word.
I put it on God.
I am. I promise you. I swear to God.
Yep, there it is. You put it on God.
I mean, Josh is on video swearing to God and on everything he'll give us the Legos back. But now, for some reason, he never even had the Legos. This makes no sense.
Dude, the shelves were empty.
So I decided to remind him of all of these examples where he claims they do have Brian's Legos in the store still. And this was his response.
Fuck you. I never said that.
Yeah, you did.
Give it, Dan.
Dude, it's crazy because like almost none of what Ben's doing really is legal or holds up, I should say. Not that it's not legal. It doesn't hold up. I don't think the contract with Amanda holds up. And I'm not a lawyer, but I don't think that contract with Amanda holds up. A lot of those things don't hold up. But somehow the owner of this store is just a fucking idiot. So he's somehow losing this war.
Let's go to court then.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay, is that what you
Double or
want?
nothing.
Yeah.
So basically, these are my two options. I can do what Josh wants me to do and shut up, which I can say right now, I'm definitely not doing that. So what's the alternative? I can, I guess, raise hundreds of thousands of dollars somehow, and then maybe spend 3 to 4 years in court fighting them, and somehow if I win, then we can finally get the family their Legos back. Yeah, both of these options suck. Or maybe I can somehow find a way to engineer a third option.
Dude, I think this is a good option. I think this is like a freebie option. God, I feel like you have an open shut case, bro. I feel like this is a good option. I feel like you've got a lot of video of him contradicting himself, say he has the inventory. You have the old owner of the store saying they have the inventory. This is a good option. You can have him pay the fees if you win the case.
Which I call option number 3, small claims court. Think about it. Small claims court is basically just like big boy court, except it costs basically nothing, and you get a judgment pretty much instantly.
But doesn't small claims court only cover things under $20,000?
So I gathered my friends around a campfire to tell them about option number 3.
One of the thoughts you had was taking the small claims court, right?
No, because it's way too much money to take to small claims court.
You can't take someone to small claims court, Ben, for $200,000.
Yeah, it's 12,000 at the most, right? 12,500.
12K.
Everyone hated option number 3. and I guess it makes sense. We ended up looking it up, and you can actually only sue for $10,000.
Oh, $10K.
At the most.
So here's the pitch.
Take him to small claims court 20 times. Maybe you could take him to small claims court for every individual Lego set.
What if we have 10 people sue 10 different times for $10,000 and we get $100,000?
So basically, if I can find 10 different victims of bricks and minifigs, my plan will work. And maybe I don't have to find 10 victims. Maybe I can create them. Starting with myself. First, I signed up for a credit card and then used that credit card to walk into the bank and take out a $10,000 loan. I then used this $10,000 to buy a few Lego sets from Brian. Specifically, these Lego sets. And according to the legal paperwork, they're still Brian's to sell to me.
Okay, so it is literally the idea. Okay, he's actually doing the idea that I thought of. Okay, you know what? Let's just go with it. Fuck it, sure.
But I haven't even told you guys the best part yet. The best part is that all of this is another flashback. Yeah, all of this happened a month ago. So now let's fast forward all the way back to present day where I'm still talking to Josh on the phone. And yeah, Josh has no clue that we've been preparing all of these court cases against him for the last month. He's about to be in for the surprise of his life.
You have, like, I guess until the store closes, I guess, to get the Legos back if that's the way you want to go. But if not, I guess we'll serve the papers today and then go to court.
How are you going to serve the papers today?
Well, figure it out.
That's not how it works. Are you young? That's not how the world works.
It's not how the world works? Well, we're going to do it. We're going to make the world work that way today.
Well, Bricks and Minifigs knows the deal. Get the Legos back before the store closes, or they get served court papers. And now we wait. Anyways, we ended up getting the rest of the court papers served, and now I'm just gonna fast forward a few months, and Bricks and Minifigs hasn't responded to a court case we submitted against them. So I called the court to see what the next steps were.
Okay, so I don't see that there's been a response from anybody in the case. Since they didn't respond, you can move forward with a motion for default judgment.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you so much.
Yes, since Bricks and Minifigs didn't respond, it looks like we win by default.
Congratulations, you won the court case.
Well, I don't know if you won. I think you get to move through with the. You still have to go to court. No.
Well, I think now it's time to go.
Default win. Well, don't you have to Don't you? Didn't she say you have to apply for the default judgment or whatever?
All the way back to Bricks and Minifigs and collect our money.
Do you still got to do it?
And I got a cute little piggy bank here.
Maybe they already did.
Put the money in.
And so I traveled all the way back to Oregon to finally collect my money. It truly is a beautiful ending. This entire video, Bricks and Minifigs has been begging me to sue them.
If you think it's illegal, why don't you...
His hair got red.
Let's go to court. Tell me for us. Tell me. Let's go to court. Let's go to court then.
When I finally followed their instructions, they were too scared to show up. There is no more legal loopholes, and there is no more postponing the problem. Now, Bricks and Minifigs finally has to deal with the consequences.
Temporarily closed. Cameraman, stop fucking moving. Jesus fucking Christ.
Dang it! Oh.
I couldn't believe it. Literally one day after we filed motion for default judgment, they permanently closed down the store. At first, it did feel kind of cool that our plan worked so well, it completely shut them down. But pretty quickly it sunk in that we are not the winners here. The only winners today is Bricks and Minifigs. Now, there's absolutely no way to hold this store liable for what they did. I guess Bricks and Minifigs was kind of embarrassed by this decision and forgot to mark online that their store is closed. So over the next few days, a bunch of negative reviews started coming in of people expecting an open store, but then being met with this. If Bricks and Minifigs is too scared to show the world that they're closed, then the only way to let the world know is for me to give them an official closing ceremony. I guess someone driving by happened to take a picture of the sign we put up and posted it on social media. And pretty much immediately, we started going absolutely viral. The entire world has now seen this crime that Bricks and Minifigs has committed. And because of this, they finally marked on Google that their store is permanently closed.
I've been reading about this Bricks and Minifigs in Salem, Oregon. It's got this sign out in front of it.
It's been over a week. The sign is still up, and people have been traveling from all over just to come and take a picture with this sign.
If you drive through Kaiser, you may have noticed a mysterious sign appear recently outside the closed Mini Bricks and Fig store. Permanently closed, we stole a family's life savings.
He just closed down his entire place of business to not pay you $100,000. I don't know, like, we didn't get the Legos back, but I mean, we shut down an entire business. Like, that's almost...
We still gotta get the Legos back. Which is why, even though Bricks and Minifigs closed down this store, I am not stopping until we get this entire Star Wars collection back to its rightful owner.
I don't know, it's just, this video's going on for so long now.
Yeah, I bet you wouldn't believe me if I told you that this is still literally just the beginning of this Lego story.
I know.
And if you want to watch part 2, it's live right now on my Patreon at Reckless Ben. And part 2 gets insane.
Everybody just chill.
I like how the Lego video became the craziest video.
Dude, there's a cop car.
Okay. So that was part 1.
Search warrant. Stand up. Step outside, everybody. No.
Holy fuck, dude. I've been there.
Don't move.
This is the story of how I got swatted, all because of Legos. The whole thing started with me investigating a Lego company called Bricks and Minifigs. The company sent 2 guys to steal the world's largest Star Wars Lego collection worth around $200,000. And for some reason, the police are helping them get away with it. The family reached out to me saying that I'm their last hope to get them their life savings back. The video I made exposing them was actually insane. Check it out if you haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, well, most of it was fucking insane because of your insane Ed and Eddie-esque schemes, but it was still insane. And it is true that when faced with the music, they buckled and dipped and closed the business without giving back the stolen goods. And I fully agree that that shit was stolen.
Right now, the 2 owners, Joshua Johnson and Brandon Best, probably think that they're safe by closing out the store. But the reality is, I can literally just sue them all over again, but personally this time. So I started to file my lawsuit. But right after I filed this court case, it got rejected. And the reason was, I failed to demonstrate a good faith effort to resolve the dispute prior to filing. I tried calling Josh, but I'm blocked.
I'm sorry, but the person...
So my only option left is to travel to his house to have this conversation in person.
We're in Josh's neighborhood. Oh my gosh.
But when we showed up, Josh was already outside talking on the phone to someone.
Oh my gosh, okay, Josh is outside on the phone.
It's crazy.
Wait, do I interrupt his phone call or do we just like wait?
Interrupt his phone call?
No, probably not.
I thought it would be pretty rude to interrupt his phone call, so we parked around the corner and decided to wait for him to get off this call.
This is way less rude.
A few minutes later, this happened.
Dude, the police just showed up. What the heck? Why are the police at his house?
Oh, there's another one, dude. 2 cop cars.
3 cop cars?
Oh my gosh. Cop cars.
Why is there 3 cop cars at his house? We didn't even walk up to his house yet. The cops are following us. What the heck? That's so crazy, dude. Obey every traffic law.
He's got his lights on.
Oh, shoot.
He's pulling us over.
Who's the kid?
My name's Officer. This is Maricourt Police. The reason I stopped you is the stop sign. You didn't stop that.
I didn't? No. I thought I stopped.
Yeah, you definitely stopped. So you said you ran a stop sign?
Huh?
You said you ran a stop sign?
I didn't see what happened.
Yeah, I was like...
Because we definitely stopped at the stop sign.
Stopped.
Yeah.
I was so sure that we stopped at the stop sign that I actually requested all the police footage of this. And as you can see, we didn't even do a rolling stop. We fully stopped at the stop sign. So this is an illegal traffic stop.
He did
who's
stop.
Ben? Me?
A little bit late, but, you know, what are we talking about? He stopped.
Ben, how's Utah?
It's good.
Like it?
Okay, it's pretty obvious that the police know why we're here, so I just explained to them the entire situation.
This old man spent his entire life collecting the world's largest Star Wars Lego collection set.
The only problem is it's a crazy story, and the police officer did not believe me.
Hey, can you get the contact for Reckless Ben? He said he didn't have his ID, but he's just straight lying to me about everything else, so...
Dude, when I got swatted by the police, the third time they told me to get a new job. So I'm not surprised the cop didn't understand it, because the number 200,000 is too large for them to understand. He should have broken it up, maybe in an analogy, like if I had 5 apples, he took all of my apples, and then he would have got it better.
Since the cops don't believe my story, they trespassed me from the property.
Everybody today is being trespassed from that property.
Okay.
Yeah, we were forced to go home without having this good faith conversation the court requires us to have. I actually remembered that there's another owner of the store named Brandon Best. Brandon is the guy in the security camera footage that illegally kicked the first owner out of the store so he could steal all their Legos. I tried calling him, but I am also blocked.
I'm sorry.
The only option left is to show up to his house.
Hello. Hey, how's it going? Hello? Hey, well, I was wondering if you'd be down to pay us for the lawsuit that we won.
It kind of seems like
I guess if you don't want to talk, I'll just talk. So you guys tore us. We went to court and we won. We know you closed down the store to avoid paying us, so we could just sue you guys personally and do the whole thing again. We would obviously win again, but...
The police showed up, and again, for some reason, they are really trying to protect these criminals.
He didn't steal anything. He inherited the store from somebody
No,
else.
he stole $200,000
How
worth
do you
of...
know this?
Because I've been spending the last 3 months in the case, and I won in court.
He inherited the store.
Uh-huh.
He's being blamed for everything
Fuck you mean inherited?
that the previous owner did, and he's trying
Well,
to
that's a lie. So we...
Okay, hold on. I'm still
okay,
talking.
I'm sorry.
He's still trying to clean up the mess from the previous owner, and now he's catching blame for it, and he's just trying to clean up the mess from the previous owner.
No, him saying that it's the previous owner, that's a lie, and we already proved this in court.
If
Okay.
you come back and step foot on this property, you're gonna go to jail.
The police gave me a formal trespass notice, which I took a picture of it and sent it to the court as proof I tried to have this good faith conversation, but Brandon didn't want to have it with me. And turns out this was good enough. My court case with Brandon Best got accepted.
Let's go.
But my court case with Josh is still going to be rejected until I find a way to have this good faith conversation with him. So I decided to see if I could find Josh online, to see if I could look up any more information about him.
Guys. Yeah, what? They all look the same. No.
Joshua Johnson.
Yeah, Joshua Johnson.
After some more research, we found out that both Josh...
Dude, Josh looks crazy Mormon.
...and Brandon are super hardcore Mormon.
Oh my God, that's Jet. What the fuck?
Which was actually extremely surprising to me, because if Josh and Brandon are truly Mormons, they believe that stealing is wrong, and if they steal, they're gonna go to hell.
Yeah.
Or I guess in Mormonism they call it the outer darkness. But still, Brandon and Josh probably actually believe that this is gonna be eternity for them. I mean, Josh even swore to me on his Mormon God in the last video that he would give us the Legos back.
I promise you, I swear to God. I promise you.
There's a lot of corrupt Mormons. I don't know how good of Mormons they are.
Everything.
I don't think a good Mormon would put it on God and then take it backsies.
So yeah, we ended up just driving home, but on our way back,
the Mormons I grew around would never say I swear to God. No, definitely not. Okay, I've hung out with a few Mormons. I swear to God is like it's like a curse word.
This happened.
What? Pull over again? For what? How's it going?
How's it going? I'm Officer Hawkins, American Fort Police Department. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. Well, what's your name? Are you Ben?
Dude, that's crazy. That's kind of crazy, bro. What the fuck are you talking to the guy in the back seat for?
The police apparently got a call that we had heroin on us.
This officer is going to conduct a search of your person because there are substances in the vehicle. Really? So, okay. Sounds good. Thank you. Check this. The vehicle will be searched. Okay. I'm going to have you stick by with my sergeant.
Dude, this is an insane level of corruption.
After 2 hours of searching the car, obviously they found no drugs. But anyways, even though we were passing every single drug test they gave us, they were still not going to let us go.
I'm not sure if you're lying to me or not, to be honest.
I'm willing to take any drug test you want.
I'm walking a very dangerous line, which should get you hemmed up a lot of the time.
Yeah.
And you could end up in jail in Utah when you're home.
For what?
Not worth it, right?
Yeah.
We play differently here. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It sounds like you don't play by the law. What the fuck does that mean, you play differently here? What the fuck is that even about?
We weren't giving the police a false confession like they wanted, so eventually I guess they just got tired and let us go.
We'll let you guys go now, but you're walking a thin line. Just be mindful of
Walking
that.
a thin line doing fucking what?
Okay.
At this point, I've documented everything I've been through to the court, that I've tried to have this good faith conversation with Josh. He just doesn't want to have it with me. And because of everything I went through, my court case finally got approved. Woo! And attached to this email are court papers to serve Josh. The only problem is Josh is not going to open this door for anyone. He wouldn't even talk to another Mormon. Instead, he just called the police on him. In order to get Josh to come outside, I'm really gonna have to get creative. So I made this poster that says, "I stole a dying man's life savings," and printed it out. Now I'm placing this poster in a public space right across the street from Josh's house. It turns out this tiny patch of land is actually free for any person of the public to use. And since we have the freedom of speech, I am breaking no laws by doing this. So when Josh walks outside to take down this sign, I have a process server to serve him his court papers. But almost immediately, my sign got blocked.
Oh no, he's blocking our sign.
What are the cops doing?
What are you guys doing here? So we are in a court case with them and we have to serve them legal papers.
So I explained to the cops the entire situation.
I'm not going on his property.
Right, no, that's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Brother, this is easy. Sunday morning, 9 a.m., take your ass down to the church, serve him there. He's gonna show up.
Now it's time to serve Josh his court papers. But we got the police called on us again.
Hello. Yep, can I see those papers? Yeah. So this is what you're trying to serve him with? Yes. That's required by the court.
Again, the police agree that we are not breaking the law. They've been called out here for a false reason. This guy told me that he could even just serve the papers for me.
You okay if I give these papers to him? Yeah, for sure. Okay.
I don't know if that's a good idea. Does that count?
Give me 1 minute. Okay, thank you.
Sadly, we can't see the police officer serve Josh because the police department redacted all of it. But the only thing that really matters is that Josh is getting served.
He does not want the paper. So
He's not want the papers?
here's that back for you.
Okay.
Yeah, the police told me that they can't serve the papers for me because I'm lying to them, and these aren't even real court papers.
Not sure what this is. I've never seen something like that. To be honest with you. These are court papers. Okay. It doesn't have a judge's name or anything like that.
Why would it have a judge's name?
Because it hasn't gotten to the judge yet. So this is serving him, and then we'll go to the court, and then the judge will be there.
Why, why the fuck would it have a judge's name, El Sombat? Fucking named accurately.
Until we're in court. Why is he saying that you guys went on the property? Because he wants us arrested, so he doesn't have to go to court. It doesn't look good when you've been trespassed. Yeah. Trying to serve papers. Well, I think it looks exactly how we're supposed to do it legally. This is the legal way to do it. Well, we have 2 or 3 incidents. Yeah. Well, first, so they're incidents because he's lying to you guys. He's making them incidents.
Okay, I want to hate on the cops, but is it just me or does Buddy on the left have an awesome fucking fit today? Look at that head. That shit's got to be fucking authentic. That was steamed into that shape. The glasses with the mustache? My God. Officer Cornwood, is that you?
Now that the police are finally leaving, it's time to game plan how to serve Josh.
Church. Sunday morning.
Then, you guessed it, we got the police called on us again.
Oh my God, that's a fucking juggernaut, bro. That's not a police officer. Holy fuck, he's gonna eat your car. Drive, 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 drive.
Oh,
Ludwig
sure.
7.
The paper? The serving paper?
Yeah.
Here you go.
I got hungry in my car.
Well.
Do they think it's a false case? What the heck?
Thank you for holding. How can I help you?
Trying to speak with someone to verify if the case is real.
Yeah, looks like a real small claims case in our court.
Okay, thank you for your help.
So now what, juggernaut bitch?
I think this phone call was the breaking point for the police.
Oh, he's rubbing his chin.
The police couldn't handle the fact that I was right and they were wrong.
I know he's telling the truth, but how do we fucking win?
Okay.
Okay. Let's try and find you back.
Am I being arrested?
You're under arrest right now.
Really?
For what?
Ben got arrested. Like, they didn't say anything when they were putting him in handcuffs. They just said, you're being arrested.
I was confused on what I was being arrested for. I mean, the same police officers that arrested me gave me permission to do exactly what I was doing.
You can film from the sidewalk wherever it's public, right? But you can't go on that property. If you do, you'll be charged, okay? Okay, yeah, for sure.
I got arrested for just doing what the police told me to do. What's even more confusing is the police are supposed to be the good guys. Why are they arresting an innocent person to protect an evil criminal? Well, back when I was still waiting in the car to serve Josh, I got a phone call, and this call was from Brian, and he has a theory of what might be going on here.
Yeah, the cops down there are definitely all in with the Mormon community, and being the bricks and minifigs is part of that and worth millions. I would not doubt that they have donated hefty sums to the Mormon church, of which all the cops are probably a part of.
Yeah, Brandon Best, Joshua Johnson, and Eamon, the CEO, are all super Mormon. Like, the CEO even went to the Mormon University. And when I looked up all the police officers who were treating me unfairly, they were all Mormon too.
And they take care of their own, man. They are like a huge clan that takes care of each other.
And instead of trying to get rid of the few bad people who are making Mormonism look bad, they're for some reason choosing to protect these criminals. But eventually, I got released from jail.
Out of jail now?
And this is when it really hit me that the justice system has decided to protect these criminals. So now, there's really only one way I can think of to get this family the money back that got stolen from them. Which is a GoFundMe. Yeah, it is a pretty anticlimactic ending, but at least I'm confident that I'm not going to get in trouble for this. Now that our GoFundMe is live, it's time to promote it, to start getting donations. We printed out the GoFundMe's picture to hang it up so we could get a nice Instagram video to post to social media. But before the group could even hang the picture up, the police came.
What you guys up to?
We're starting a GoFundMe.
Yeah.
You know, we're not going to do the lawsuit anymore. We're just going to do this GoFundMe.
Wait, why not do the lawsuit anymore? Am I crazy? You should still do the lawsuit.
We've already got it started.
It can run into some defamation stuff.
Again, the police were thinking of any technicality they could think of to protect their Mormon friend.
Look at your stalking code. See if it's that. If it's not, we're going to look at disorderly. If it's not disorderly, then we're going to look at the city ordinance.
And if it's not that, we'll make something up.
After going through every law they could think of, it turns out that hanging this sign on a fence and then taking a picture of it for Instagram is not illegal. In fact, what the group is doing is actually protected under the First Amendment, freedom of speech.
Good amendment.
One of the police officers
It's probably our best amendment.
The group know that they were okay to keep doing this.
Right now, I don't think you guys break the law.
But this other police officer wasn't able to accept this reality.
We're going to take it down.
And then for the rest of this footage, the police redacted all of the audio. So I called up the police station to find out why.
All the redactions are done pursuant to the Utah State Code. We don't redact things just because we feel like it or, just because something looks funny. Everything is redacted pursuant to Utah State Code. And other than that, I can't really delve into any more detail.
But the police made a mistake. They accidentally forgot to mute this police officer's audio, so when you sync the two clips together, I can actually hear what they're saying here.
He sees it or give it back? Is it an occasional crime? Is it disorderly conduct? Why? Is he upset about it? I guess, but that's not...
Yeah, this police officer is right. Just because this might make Josh upset does not make this poster illegal. It seems like the police department redacted this entire conversation because right here the police are actually admitting to themselves that none of this is illegal, but they're still going to try to arrest us anyways. It seems like the only reason they're getting rid of this audio is to protect the police officers from getting fired. I don't know what the police officers are saying in this next clip, but I'm pretty sure they're scheming up a way to get the group arrested. Because this is what happens next.
And Lieutenant Adamson can correct me if I'm wrong, but we're going to seize your phone right now.
What?
Don't.
Do not do that. You understand me? Right now, you're attempting to destroy evidence. Okay, put your hands behind your back.
I was just locking my phone.
Okay, I'm going to switch over to the police officer's body cam POV so we can dissect what just happened. First, the police officer asks if he can confiscate Sheldon's phone, so Sheldon says, okay, and reaches in his pocket to give it to him. But at this point, Sheldon sees that his phone is unlocked. And at this moment, he decided that before giving it to the police officer, he was going to lock his phone, which is totally legal. But as the police officer saw Sheldon's thumb moving towards that lock button, he snatched it out of his hands. And now the police officer's claiming that because he tried to lock his phone, he's destroying evidence.
Silence.
Yeah, I was giving it to you.
Stop talking.
I was
Stop
giving
talking,
it to you.
Okay?
It's on my money. Look, it's on my wallet. I was turning it off.
Right now, this phone is being seized as part of this investigation, and you're being arrested. Okay, let's put him in the back of the car.
And again, the police decided to break the law, arrest Sheldon, all to protect an evil criminal.
Dude, wow! I wonder what the charge is. I don't think they said it for either of them, right? Backroom's fucking footage.
My name's Detective Nikosha. I work here at the police department.
Now that Sheldon is in jail just for promoting our GoFundMe, we started doubting if we'll ever even be able to get Brian his money back for his dad's Lego collection. It's crazy that out of all the powerful organizations I've gone up against, the one company I'm not able to beat is a Lego company. I literally couldn't have imagined a worse ending for this video.
Well, it's actually the Mormon church, bro. And they do run that shit, dude.
But I had no clue that it was about to get way worse.
It's the same fucking cops, dude.
American Park Police Department, make yourself known. Search warrant. Stand up. Step outside, everybody. Come on. No. Don't move like that. You understand me? Don't move like
That cat doesn't give a fuck.
Yeah, this cop pulled my arm so far back, it dislocated my shoulder. He claims it's because I was attempting to make an escape or something.
Don't move like that. You understand me? Don't move like that. Don't move quick. Everybody just chill.
But if we go back a little bit, you can see I was being completely still when he grabbed me, and I actually made 0 quick movements. So this police officer is just straight up lying so he can give me a serious injury.
Included in the warrant are Legos.
Yes. The police department got an official warrant to search our house for stolen Legos. I should have seen this coming. Josh did threaten me in the last video that if I go out and actually try to sue him, he's gonna come out and say that I'm the one that stole the Legos.
Okay, let's do it.
Fuck you, man. You stole them, bitch.
I'm gonna fast forward a little bit just to give you guys some context.
Dude, I'm flabbergasted. This is so different from the first video. The first video is like Ed and Eddie figuring out ways to steal a fucking jawbreaker from a Lego store. And the second video is like how the cops in Utah are using their power to obstruct justice. It's crazy different.
But I actually got a copy of this warrant.
The reason they were searching our house was, it says, there is now certain property or evidence described as any stolen merchandise, specifically Lego merchandise. Evidence of illegal conduct on us that we stole the Legos. They're looking that we stole the Legos is why they stormed our house with no evidence. And this is after he's been proven to make up stories about us before. And so now he's just pulling something out of his butt. Oh, they're the ones that stole the Legos. And for whatever reason, the police take him seriously.
Anyways, the cops probably felt pretty stupid when they searched our entire house and didn't find any stolen Legos. Again, the police illegally redacted this conversation to avoid them looking stupid, but I'm pretty sure that's what they were talking about. But instead of doing what any rational police officer would do and let us go, they're sticking to their story that we're the thieves.
Damn, they're booking them. Oh my god, that cat is so chill though. This is sad. Dude, it's almost like it's like soul sucking. It's like shock to witness what is like maybe generally believed, but you don't necessarily see so overtly. You know what I mean? Like, I think the idea that the system's broken and shit's corrupt is like a general thought, like, but that you have smoking fucking weed, like a guy from the 70s, like, it's all fucked, dude. But then it's like you see it actively getting fucked for something as, you know, ultimately trivial as like a Lego store. And it's like, holy shit, bro. It is about who you know. It is about your fucking power. It is about your status and your relationships and what knobs you can turn and twist. And with those powers and money and affluence, you can get a better result in life than if you do things the right way. And justice isn't fair. It is given to those who can afford it.
Except for me. I got taken to an interrogation room so they could find some reason to lock me up for good.
Ben, I'm Detective Nikosha.
Last time, I was able to get released on bail. But this time, they're requesting that I be held in jail a month until my court date. But there's honestly nothing for me to hide, so I went through the entire story with them to show the detective that this whole thing is just a big misunderstanding.
I think that's a bad idea. I think this guy's ego is a little too big, you know, and like, obviously, like, I say that understanding I have a big ego. Every YouTuber does. But you'd probably just be better to get a fucking lawyer. Like, the idea that you can talk your way out of it with a cop who's in like you're acknowledging is corrupt is like crazy ego. I would go with the lawyer here.
I am very interested on Josh's side of the story because I think he said might have been heroin in the car or something, and they did like a 3-hour search on our car. Obviously no heroin, so I don't know what Josh is telling them to that we're doing. But
you're saying them, bro. It's you. You're talking to the fucking guy who's part of the operation here.
Suing him is not working for us. So let's do a GoFundMe.
Right after I mentioned this GoFundMe, the investigator wanted to leave the room.
Hang tight here, and then I'll be back with you, okay?
Okay.
Okay.
Something about me mentioning this GoFundMe really caught his attention.
All right. Good. Well, I'd just like to know more about this, like, GoFundMe. Like I said, I have no idea what's going on.
Yeah, we were just trying to get, so basically what ended up happening is Ben got arrested, which we were pretty blown away he got arrested.
Chat, y'all gotta not do this if you guys get arrested. You can just say nothing, it's all right, and you can get a lawyer. It's never better to talk to the cops, even if you're fully in the right, even if the truth backs you off. And that guy's fucking watch is strapped way too tight. Holy shit, bro, your hand's turning red. Think of the circulation here, buddy. You got a great hand for a slap fight. Dana White would fucking lose it if he saw that hand.
Was that kind of your ideas to do this video with the GoFundMe and all that?
But I wasn't afraid to admit that I actually made the GoFundMe for Brian because a GoFundMe is a safe, legal way to raise money for a family if they got all their stuff stolen. I should be risking nothing by admitting this.
Basically, the police told me, do not take this man to court or else you'll get arrested. And so I was like, just thinking, and we're like, let's do a GoFundMe, you know? And that was their solution.
But I was wrong.
We're going to book you back into the jail, okay? The creation of the GoFundMe, right? We're blasting this person all over saying, hey, he's...
So creating the GoFundMe was illegal?
When I asked the detective how creating a GoFundMe was probable cause to send me to jail, this was his response.
A lot of this stuff you may have to just get an attorney and fight it in the criminal side of court, right?
Okay, should I
Yep.
get my back?
Yeah, go ahead and stand up. I got an officer right here that's going to... He has cuffs for it.
What? Why is the GoFundMe illegal? Because they're calling it defamation? Because it says he's an evil man who stole something?
Yeah.
Will I also be able to
That's not criminal, though. Isn't that civil?
hear Josh's side of the story? Because I think he's said a lot of lies to you guys.
It'll be... And I never talked to Josh, but it'll be documented in the report as well.
Okay, thank you so much.
But the detective was lying. The police have illegally redacted every single claim Josh has made about me. And when I finally go to court, I'm going to be completely blind to what I'm even being charged for. The worst part is that the police officers took away my bail. So now I have to wait a month in jail. However, I ended up getting extremely lucky. When a judge ended up reviewing this arrest, they thought the whole thing was so stupid and ended up releasing me on bail. So now, at least I'm a free man until my court case.
Let's go, man. Shout out the judge, W Judge. One good judge worth 1,000 cops.
Mentioning that Josh stole the Legos in our GoFundMe. So if you say who the thief is, then that is illegal for us to do that.
Now, I just have to wait for court, and honestly, I'm not excited. My entire life, I was taught if you steal from people, you get in trouble. And if you help people, you get rewarded. But I guess I was just taught a lie. I couldn't fix anything. And now with all the charges I got in this video, I'm looking at least 5 years in jail.
Damn.
But I finally accept my fate. I failed. And now it's time to go home.
The cops scared him out, bro.
But before I made it home, one of my roommates called me saying that a police officer just showed up to our house.
So he rings the doorbell, and it's like, is Mr. Snyder here? I was like, why? I was like, can I deliver a message for you? He's like, how could you deliver a message? He said it just like that. He was like,
my fucking carrier pigeon. What are you talking about, bro?
just tell him he has a warrant for his arrest. Like, he thought he was in an action movie type walk off, and that was his like end scene line.
If I had to guess, I'd say that Bricks and Minifigs has seen that I am a free man, and they can't have me actively working on my lawsuit against them. And considering how many lies Bricks and Minifigs has made about me in this video, I can only imagine of what I'm being accused of doing now. So immediately, I called the Utah Police Department to see what my warrant was for.
Someone showed up at my house today saying that there was a warrant out for my arrest.
If that warrant says a no bail, those are the ones that are more serious.
The only thing the police department could tell me is that I do have a warrant, but this time the judge approved it that I will have no bail. And I am now a physical threat to Josh, the person the police are protecting. So basically, at any moment now, I could be arrested without bail for some mystery crime.
I assume he has a lawyer. I assume it's just not in the video. Because I think they were talking to a lawyer in one of this when they were talking about doing a small claim. I think they should be using the lawyer more, or at least inserting it into the video more, but
there really is only one thing that I can do now.
Well, I'm in Mexico now, and the American police have no authority here. What's going on? What the heck is that thing?
Surely that's not a good idea, no? Surely escaping the country is not a good idea?
Can you let us on that?
Damn.
But at this moment, I realized what I had to do. Bricks and Minifigs thinks they can just bully anyone who tries to stop them in committing their crimes. And what's the only way to stop a bully? To stand up to them.
If me posting this picture online once got the city this upset where they had to arrest me, just think about how upset they'd be if thousands of people started wearing it.
Which is why the picture that got me arrested, I'm putting that picture on a shirt.
Dude, just hire an artist though, for real.
You can buy this merch at WeStealFromOldPeople.com. Anyways, part 3 is now live on my Patreon at patreon.com/RecklessBen.
Also on Patreon, you'll find tons of behind-the-scenes content.
Are you allowed to escape the country, bro?
And all of the money I make goes directly towards trying to fight Bricks and Minifigs so they stop doing bad things to people. Also, make sure to donate to the GoFundMe we set up for Brian. I'm not really sure if I'm allowed to promote this. I mean, I got arrested just for creating this thing, but I'm
define allowed. Like, are you allowed to go to Mexico if you have a warrant for your arrest?
I'm gonna do it anyways. Everyone donate to this GoFundMe. I'm in Mexico now. The police can't do anything to me here.
What? What is going on? Fuck me. There's a third part. Wait, okay. So before we watch part 3, I believe the police made a statement. Is there a video anyone has of the police statement? Because we need to watch that before we dive into the response of the police. Oh, part 3 isn't out. I see. But I still want to watch the Bricks and Minifigs Benjamin Schneider media release.
My name is Cameron Paul, and I am the Chief of Police for the American Fork Police Department. I'd like to address the members of our...
How about you address your audio balance? Brother, what are we doing here? What's up with the white balance, dude? What's up with the exposure? I can see every hair fall. Okay, I'm going to move on, and I'm going to try to take your word at face value.
And we'll provide a detailed overview
He's
as
speaking
to
from
what
heaven.
happened and what our actions were.
Okay. Fuck, dude. Every police department needs to hire a YouTuber because holy shit, they're bad at this.
On March 8th, 2026, an American Fork resident, Joshua Johnson, requested phone contact from the American Fork Police Department regarding a suspicious individual who had earlier arrived at his home. Officer Tonga with the American Fork Police Department contacted Mr. Johnson by phone. Mr. Johnson reported that earlier that same day, a suspicious male had been at his residence. He stated the male was wearing a baseball cap with a UPS logo taped onto it. Mr. Johnson also reported that a suspicious package had been left at the residence. He explained that what appeared suspicious was that the shipping label did not look legitimate. The package was later determined to contain rubber ducks. Mr. Johnson reported...
Do your job! Fuck, man! What is this? You're the chief of police! What are we doing here, man? Holy fuck! What are we doing? We're talking about rubber ducks. We're talking about a YouTuber. We're talking about Legos. My God. Okay. We got subtitles.
At approximately the same time, Officer Richardson arrived in the area and located a dark-colored Hyundai vehicle. Richardson initiated a traffic stop on the vehicle for failing to stop before the stop line at a stop sign and failing to stop completely at that stop sign.
But they did stop. They did stop, bro. We saw the footage. He stopped. He stopped for full-on fucking 3 seconds.
The chief of police looked at this video and said, "We ran a stop sign."
Yeah, it just doesn't feel like he ran it.
Now,
Let's run it back.
A stop sign.
Let's run it back.
Chief of police
Let's run it back.
looked
Let's run it
at
back.
this video and said, "We ran a stop sign."
1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. I mean, that seems chill to me.
And said, "We ran a stop sign." And now he's using that to say, this was a legal traffic stop. The police officers did nothing wrong. Now let's go to the heroin claim. We got pulled over by the police and they claimed that we had heroin on us.
This officer is going to conduct the search of your person because there are substances in the vehicle. Really?
Most of this footage is redacted. So again, there's a big mystery of what happened. Can we all come together and convince the American Fork Police Department to unredact this?
Release the tapes. Holy fuck, we're back. It's been years since I used that phrase. Dust off the memes. We have to release the tapes again. Fuck me.
Out the truth. However, what the police is claiming now is that they did not get a call saying that we had heroin on us. Instead, they could just tell from the second we pulled over that our eyes were glossy.
During the interaction, Officer Fraught...
Respectfully, I just don't think a Utah policeman would know what a heroin user looks like. Respectfully. Okay? I mean, if it's a Mormon police officer, it could just be someone who's you know, just had a morning coffee, for all they know.
It seems hard to take what the chief of police is saying seriously because so far, almost everything he said is a lie.
At one point during a conversation, Snyder admitted to Officer Hawkins that he and Shaw had actually delivered a package of ducks to Mr. Johnson's residence with the intent to have Mr. Johnson sign a fake delivery confirmation on Snyder's phone so that Snyder could later use that signature to create a forged contract claiming Snyder could not be trespassed from the property for 5 years.
Okay, yeah. He does like doing that, low-key, and I don't think that holds up in the court of law. I don't think you can do that. Okay, he does. We did see him do that. I'm pretty sure you can't do that. That one's a little crazy. Okay, yeah, hold up. He did do that. I believe he would have gone. That checks out. My boy Ben loves a little bit of fraud.
Schneider indicated he did not believe there was anything wrong with this and believed that there was nothing wrong with his posing as a UPS delivery driver. Ultimately, Officer Hawkins warned Shaw and Schneider again that they were approaching conduct.
Yeah, you can't pose as a UPS driver. Semper Fi. They're out driving every fucking day, and we're not going to have this stolen valor at our precinct. Okay? God forbid you wear the UPS without having served.
That could potentially constitute harassment or stalking if they continue to send individuals to Mr. Johnson's residence. On March 10th, 2026, Kaylee Johnson, the wife of Joshua Johnson, reported that a female was standing near the front door of her residence taking photographs of the home. The female was described as wearing long, fake, curly hair. Shortly afterward, Joshua Johnson contacted police and reported he was going to shoot someone as a result of the ongoing harassment. Multiple officers immediately responded to the area. When Officer Sumbot arrived, he located a vehicle parked north of the Johnson residence.
Sorry, we're just going to gloss over that? So you're telling me if a few kids are bringing rubber ducks to the door and he said he's going to shoot someone. We're cool with that? Are you allowed to threaten to shoot someone? Well, why are we just, he just brought that up and then kind of glossed off. I feel like you can't feel like that I'm going to shoot someone. Is that chill? That's his right? Can you say that?
Murder is illegal. And now he just admitted his plans to the police.
Maybe not in Utah with the Fork Police Department. Have you considered that?
So now they say that I have done all the check marks which constitute stalking. Let's go through them.
Individual commits stalking if the individual intentionally or knowingly engages in a course of conduct directed at a specific individual.
So yes, I did do an action that was targeted at a specific individual, but that's what's required by the court if I want to take someone to court. If someone steals your stuff and you go through the legal process to take them to court, it is not considered stalking.
I have a right as an American to sue him. The second check mark is that if a reasonable person would be scared. The police are claiming that since this action made Josh scared, this check mark is complete. However, they've completely forgotten about the term reasonable. As we can see, Josh is not a reasonable person.
No, he threatened your life.
This is someone who multiple times has tried to silence someone by accusing them of being on heroin.
Here's the crazy thing. They told me that they took over that location because the owners were using the location to fund their heroin addiction.
What?
Yeah, and that's how they took it over, and saying they had like a pigeon in there that was crapping all over the Legos and it smelled bad, all this stuff.
This is someone who threatened to murder me just for trying to serve him papers.
Who's the guy?
This is not a reasonable person. It is not reasonable to threaten to murder someone just for serving papers. A reasonable person would accept the papers, so that second checkbox does not meet the requirements.
Schneider was subsequently arrested and transported to the Utah County Jail.
Yeah, you booked him. Do you feel like a big man booking him? You got the YouTuber. The cops did good today.
And now I want to acknowledge my friend Sheldon's arrest.
The group stated they were supporting a GoFundMe campaign for a dying man. One of the individuals, later identified as Sheldon Norcross. Officer Richardson then decided to seize Norcross's phone, pending the approval of a search warrant, in order to preserve potential evidence and prevent the deletion or alteration of any data. According to Officer Richardson's reports, when Norcross was informed that the phone was going to be seized, Norcross immediately began manipulating the device.
The police officer claims that Sheldon was arrested because he opened his phone to start deleting evidence.
Ridiculous.
However, we can clearly see in the footage Sheldon's thumb is heading towards that lock button to lock his phone. From this response, it almost seems like the police officers didn't even watch the video. So American Fork Police...
well, you know what? I don't think the police officers like having body cams these days, because now they got to start worrying about what they got to redact. Unfortunately, the truth that they like to fabricate doesn't often align with the videos that release of their actions.
At this time, officers did not know where Schneider was located. While still on scene, Officer Richardson received information from an American Fork resident stating that several YouTubers had been renting an Airbnb property from this citizen. Officers responded to the Airbnb with the intent to arrest Schneider for an additional count of stalking.
Is that... Okay, so, sorry, when you do stalking arrests, do you usually come in hot? Do you usually come in hot, guns blazing for stalking? Because I'll tell you what, I have been around the Twitch and YouTube sphere for a long time, and it should come as no surprise to know there are countless stalkers with the people who I know as streamers, okay? Especially women on Twitch. And what I have never seen a cop do ever in the history ever, and this is genuine, in the past 10 years almost doing this thing, is cops being like, dude, we're taking this so seriously, going guns blazing on the person stalking to arrest him. It's never happened ever in the history, ever. But Mormon dude has someone drop rubber ducks at his house, freaks the fuck out, says he's going to kill them, and then all of a sudden you go guns blazing to arrest this guy? Guns blazing for stalking. He brought rubber ducks. We brought guns to the rubber duck fight. What are we doing here? It's insane. It's pathetic.
Ultimately, 5 individuals exited the residence.
Okay, but what was up with the guns? Hold up. What was up with the guns? That didn't feel like a fucking knock scenario. That felt like SEAL Team 6 breaking into Bin Laden's fucking bunker. That wasn't like a chill, like, hey, we got a warrant. That felt like a get on the fucking ground situation.
During Schneider's detention, Lieutenant Adamson took hold of Schneider's right arm. Lieutenant Adamson later reported that he felt Schneider tense his arm, at which point Adamson moved Schneider's right arm behind his back to place him into custody.
He got a little handsy. Officers get handsy. Way too handsy than they should. You can just say it.
Mr. Schneider later addressed this incident in one of his YouTube videos. In the X-ray image displayed by Mr. Schneider in that video, a small L is visible in the upper right-hand corner of the X-ray. The L indicates the image is that of the left shoulder. The video shows Lieutenant Adamson handling Schneider's right arm during the arrest. Additionally, officers documented no complaints of arm or shoulder pain by Mr. Schneider during his detention, transport, or booking process at the jail.
No, yeah, they did a really good job on video. It plays really well for you guys.
All 5 individuals were transported to the American Fork Police Department. Due to limited interview room availability, the individuals were placed in a combination of interview rooms and holding cells while interviews were conducted. The juvenile male was also immediately released to his parents.
I love the idea that the police officers watched a fucking video, though. It was a stock image? Absolutely, it was a stock image, obviously. But I love the idea that the cops are just, they're watching the fucking, they're making a reply. This is pathetic.
Mr. Schneider was subsequently transported to the Utah County Jail.
For what?
Where he was booked for an additional charge of stalking.
Stalking, okay.
I understand that many people following this situation online have strong feelings regarding the underlying business dispute out of Oregon and allegations that individuals may have lost significant amounts of money. I recognize that people are frustrated, angry, and may feel that justice has not been served in relation to those allegations.
Yeah, not at all. Not even a little bit. I actually feel like even through this 25 minutes that I've watched, and I'm going to give you the credit because there's a minute, 10 seconds left, so I think you might clutch this up. I really have faith in you, but I feel like you're almost just telling me exactly how, step by step, Josh Johnson was able to get out of this, and not only get out of it, but get the only person left who is trying to hold him accountable arrested and scare him, potentially scare him, out of seeking any justice.
Those concerns are understandable. I understand them, and I'm empathetic to them.
Okay, clutch it up.
And nothing in the actions taken by the American Fork Police Department should be interpreted as validating, supporting, or defending anyone involved in that separate civil or criminal dispute.
Okay, but it kind of feels like you're supporting Josh Johnson because you're throwing his words at face value when they seem to just all be pretty blatant lies.
Our responsibility in Utah was not to determine who was morally right or wrong in a business disagreement originating in another state. Our responsibility was to respond to conduct reported here in our community, evaluate the facts available to our officers at the time, and enforce Utah law as officers established probable cause that a crime had occurred.
Why did we not bring up the sign that the officers ripped down? Were the officers allowed to do that?
The fact that someone may believe they have been wronged financially does not exempt any individual from the laws governing harassment, trespassing, stalking, or other conduct within our jurisdiction. We remain committed to enforcing the law fairly, objectively, and transparently, regardless of who is involved or what narrative may exist.
I've just, okay, this is like shocking. I've genuinely never seen in my life police ever make that level of reply to a stalking or harassment charge. And I've personally gone into a police station for that exact claim. And I was given fucking hands thrown up in the air. What can you do? And I was told that an exact threat had to be made that was actionable with a time and location and a method of threat. But the rubber duckies and the I guess the GoFundMe are enough, which is crazy. The Lego situation, and I hate to say it, it really is insane. The Lego situation is insane. They have over 300 locations. Oh my God, it's in the Wikipedia. In 2026, they were involved in a controversy over a $200,000 Lego Star Wars collection, which has been alleged to have been illegally seized by the company. Oh my God, it's their whole Wikipedia page. Get fucked. Okay, should we watch this video now?
Our Lego franchise.
All right.
And our life
Now we're watching the fucking Gormans videos.
savings, along with a giant collection inside the store, which was owned by Brian Mansell's father, was taken by Bricks and Minifigs.
And then Reckless Ben made a great documentary about it, and it has blown up.
At first, everything seemed to be going really well. There were problems right from the beginning, ways that BAM was not in compliance with their own franchise agreement, but the store was doing well. I loved my customers, and it seemed like everything was going to work out fine.
Then we decided to move overseas because of my work. I'm a publisher at a small press, not a Pike Publishing, and we thought we might need to be publishing from outside the U.S. for political reasons.
What if we kissed while sinking a billionaire's yacht? Antifa Lit Journal, Volume 2, Hungry Work. Antifa Lit Journal, Volume 3, Diversity of Tactics.
When we approached BAM...
Okay, I'm starting to believe these guys a lot more. And I'm also getting why they accuse them of heroin, okay? They were trying to smear these people because they were not a fan of the... You're telling me the Mormon-ran Bricks and Minifigs actually hired members of Antifa by accident. They wanted these guys out so fast.
A guy named Brandon Best showed up on a Thursday night and demanded the keys. They threatened us with the police and promised to do an inventory and compensate us. They said they understood there was a large collection on consignment and acknowledged they were taking that over.
Just taking on the business, he takes on all that consignment.
They told us the same thing they told Brian Mansell, that we could fight them, but they would drag it out and make it so expensive we would be putting ourselves into a whole lot of shit. Their words. Here's their executive product manager and director of operations, Kai McAllister, on the phone with us the night they took the store.
He definitely did a mission. He might know Chinese.
If we go the legal route, it's going to be a very expensive battle for you, and it's not going to be a good position for you guys to get into. There's not a whole lot of options for you. If you want to go the legal route, it's just going to be a mess, and it's going to be expensive for you.
Okay, let's just clear one thing up. This guy was like 18 years old when he did this call. This call was in 2023. This guy's a kid.
Yeah, so why not consider talking with us?
20 years old. He definitely served his mission. Good call.
rather than leaping to this?
We jumped on the call with Crystal this morning.
And you talked with her or you talked at her?
We talked at her. If you
Dude, that was a softball question. How'd you fuck that one up? The answer's never at her. It's with her. What a choke.
fight this, then you're putting yourself into a whole lot of shit. It sounds like a threat, and I can acknowledge you feeling that because in a way it is.
Woo! Damn! And that is corporate bricks and minifigs. Hold up. Let's listen to that one more time.
I can acknowledge, and you're putting yourself into a whole lot of shit. It sounds like a threat, and I can acknowledge you feeling that because in a way it is.
Dude, oh God, I would fucking shoot myself if I got threatened by a guy with a stutter. No shade if anyone has a stutter here. I mean, clearly that was from the nerves. It was his first time doing it. It's a 22-year-old after all. My God. And it is a threat. I feel like this isn't looking good for bricks and minifigs. I don't see bricks and minifigs in the right in any universe, especially with this call. This is crazy. This is a crazy thing to hear from corporate.
So yes, we are suing them.
And yes, they are trying to make it so expensive, we'll have to give up.
If you fight this, then you're putting yourself into a whole lot of shit.
We believe the best way to get Brian compensated is to win our lawsuit and include the full value of his collection in the damages so that he can then be compensated.
I think they're doing it the correct way based off of how the justice system works. And the issue is you need a lot of capital to do it that way. Unfortunately, the only way, if they succeed, that they will succeed, is the attention that Ben brought to this case. Okay, guys, hey, we're currently editing this video to get it out to you, and it's already very long, but more information has come out that I think is important enough to make the video even longer. Now, this has to do with the police, which I think is the most important part of this case. Obviously, there are a lot of things that are important here, but police acting corrupt is something that I think we all think happens, but seeing it feels a lot worse, and being able to call it out feels like a little piece of justice in what feels like a very corrupt world. Now, if you remember, Ben said that the police redacted the footage. He theorized that was because they said some things they shouldn't have that would incriminate them or show that they were kind of corrupt. And the police said, no, we don't do that. It was actually redacted by the attorney's office for safety and the list of reasons that is above our pay grade is what they would have you believe. Turns out maybe both of them were right. You see, the police accidentally uploaded all of the unredacted footage onto a public Dropbox, and the internet found out, and they did what they do best, which was downloaded it and made it public for everybody to see forever. So even though the police have since removed it, too late. You posted it online. Now, it's true that some of this information does dox people crazy. It is super personal information, so I'm not going to link to it. I'm not going to show any of that stuff. But I will show the points where they make themselves look like idiots or contradict themselves with their follow-up statements. Most of the clips I'm reacting to here are from the Reckless Ben subreddit. It's a lot of footage, but they found the key moments that are actually maybe important or pertinent to the case. For context, this clip is about the Airbnb owner where Ben and his buddies were staying. It's part of why the judge granted them the right to go and gun swinging on a stalking charge, because the Airbnb owner, I think, had some security cameras in his house where he overheard things about Legos, stealing Legos, and kind of told the police, hey, I think that they're stealing Legos. Well, why did he reach out to the police in the first place? It turns out that he's friends with the police here. Let's take a look at this clip.
Do you remember we were doing Hydra with the guy with the deagle? Remember when we did Hydra with the guy with the Desert Eagle? Yeah. This is his Airbnb. He's in my truck right now. Really? And that's all right. And I told people that. He was like, what the fuck? That's so funny. Just gonna give him this copy of the warrant, tell him how it went. Where these douchebags probably have property. Oops. Shouldn't have said that.
Did you catch that? Let's run that one more time. Can you add some subtitles for him, Shake?
Just gonna give him this copy of the warrant, tell him how it went. Where these douchebags probably have property.
These douchebags probably have his property, meaning the douchebags, from the cops' perspective, are Ben and his friends, the YouTubers who are investigating this, and his property refers to Josh Johnson, one of the people who work at Bricks and Minifigs, and he's claiming, like the Airbnb host said, that they have his Legos somehow, which just isn't true. They don't have his property, and I don't understand why a cop who's investigating this has already labeled one of the people in it a douchebag. Doesn't feel good to hear, And I think he knows he shouldn't say that because the next thing he says was, oops, I shouldn't have said that, and then turns off or mutes his body cam.
Oops. Shouldn't have said that.
So I think it's safe to say the police didn't really come into this case impartial. A lot of the other clips focus on how the police treat Josh Johnson. You've seen how they treat Ben and his associates. It's not very nice. It's quite hostile. They'll show up 3, 4, 5 times. They'll keep them at an unlawful traffic stop for 3+ hours, accusing them of being drunk or high on heroin. But with Josh, tone's a lot different. Grippers are out. We're having a good time on the front porch. Let's watch.
All right. She's been
All
trespassed.
right, hold on. Officer, somebody's back.
Okay.
Now, this is right after the officers were talking to Ben and the service processor that he hired to serve Josh Johnson his papers so they could start a lawsuit. And you're going to hear the cop tell this all to Josh, and just listen to Josh's reactions and how the cops react to what Josh says.
He's been trespassed. Talking with him, he's telling me a different story. Again, I don't know all the specifics of your case. He is very adamant that he wants to serve you with papers. Okay.
That's fake. That's illegal. You can't pretend to be a process server.
So
you can't. That's illegal.
I've explained to him.
Which isn't true. Look, it was a real process server. The papers were also real. Josh just thinks they're not real because Ben did some things that were cartoonish, Ed, and Eddie-like schemes. But in episode 2, for the most part, he was trying to do things by the letter of the law, with still a few hijinks, like finding a kid on Instagram to pretend to be a Mormon missionary to go to his door, or somebody with a fake UPS hat to try to get him to sign a fake contract. But point remains, this part was real, right? This was not fake. But because Josh said it's fake, the cops are taking him at his word.
It's a Class A misdemeanor to impersonate a process server in the state of Utah.
So
it makes me happy to know that both sides are just idiots who look up the law and then go off of it like they have any pedigree to do that without actually knowing any of the actual facts of what's going on. Maybe it is a misdemeanor. Not in this case, because it's a real process server. It is a real paper that he is really trying to serve.
Right now,
I want her arrested for impersonating a process server.
So right now, I've explained that to them and explained that he needs to go a whole different route about this. Have you two been to court before?
No, he can't. No, he's a YouTuber.
Okay, you've never been to court.
YouTubers can still serve people papers. It is not a profession that prohibits you from starting a lawsuit.
No.
So these papers that he printed up are
fake.
fake.
Yes, 1 billion, trillion, gazillion%.
Okay.
I wouldn't take him at his word because he also swore on God and also everything, which I think is more than 1 billion trillion, not keeping count. And he did go back on that as well. This clip to me is probably the one that pisses me off the most. And you guys might feel the same way. It feels like the police in this moment are talking to Josh almost like a server would at a restaurant, just saying, hey, what do you want? We're here for you. What do you want us to do? And you might have noticed in the conversations with Ben and his friends, they don't really operate like that. The questions they ask are more so to get them to incriminate themselves, which sadly they did by talking to the cops a lot, which got them probably into more trouble than if they had just stayed silent. But with Josh, there's no risk of that. The questions and the answers are made in good faith to really just get the other people in trouble and try to appease Josh as much as they can.
What are you wanting done today? Besides, obviously, talk to...
As much as you humanly possibly can.
You want her trespassed?
No. I want them for stalking.
Okay. That's something I can work through. But for right now, you want her trespassed?
For context, both of those things happened. She did get trespassed, and he later got arrested for stalking. So if it's true that Josh is the first one to bring up the idea of arresting Ben for stalking to the police, which the police then successfully pursued by actually arresting him for that, which he had to post bail for after getting booked in jail, it's kind of crazy. It should be up to the jurisdiction of the police based off of the evidence that they get to make a charge, not the charge that Josh looked up on his phone of what fit best for how he felt in the moment.
Yes, that's all you can do.
I mean, he's genuinely haggling better than I do with Chinese ladies at a Shaolin temple right now.
So for right now, you want her trespassed?
I want them all trespassed, yes.
I'm going to go talk with him, give him his paper back, since you do not want this.
Can I just peek at it?
What was that?
Let's run that back one more time. These are the papers that he is meant to serve to Josh. And what does Josh reply? Because he already had so much pull with the police. Let me just take a peek. What's a little peek? A little peek is cheating. It's cheating the whole system. It's getting served and then going, JK, I didn't get served, okay, because I want to see what it is, but I want to actually get served. The police officer is making no genuine effort, and Josh has so much comfortability and confidence that he's brazenly asking to peek at the papers that he's meant to be served with, which are real papers.
Can I just peek at it?
What was that?
Can I peek at it?
It kind of puts me in a little bit of a
Never
bind.
mind. It's fake. There's no lawsuit in it.
Okay. So anyway, I'm going to give this back to him and trespasser.
Because here's the thing. Like, think about this logically. Do you think a process server would show up with a guy that's been harassing a YouTuber to serve papers in Utah?
Again.
Yeah, that's where you live. Why would they show up anywhere else? What is so shocking about showing up to Utah? Greatest snow on earth. People do it every single year.
What do you want?
There's one more. This clip here, Amon, the CEO of Bricks and Minifigs, is on the phone with Josh, who works at corporate for Bricks and Minifigs and is also one of the two who took over the store in Oregon. And just listen in for a moment.
And I'm I appreciate you guys, like coming out and obviously Josh is one of my employees, but he's also a friend, and like his family is being put through the ringer with these guys. It's not fair to them. Their mental health and their physical health is being affected by these guys. Like, letting them go cannot be an option here, guys. Like, there's got to be something for cyber stalking, bullying, like all of the different things. Like, there's got to be something to arrest them and send a message that this is not appropriate. This is not okay.
Just to clarify, this is the CEO also asking for the police to go farther, do more, and trying to really dictate what they're going to do in this case, which they then listen to. They go in gun swinging, arrest everybody, and charge Ben with stalking, put him in jail, which he has to post bond, which he posts bail for, right? Not bond for. Which he has to post bond, pay for the bond, has to pay for the bail. You get it.
I'm in agreement with you. Again.
And that's what the cop says. I'm in agreement with you, right? This is not listening to both sides in any way, shape, or form.
Hello, officer.
There we go. Hello. So yeah, I'm not totally in the loop on what's going on. Just know the officer in charge of the case. He wanted me to have you fill out a written statement.
Yes,
Does that
sir.
work for you? Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right, I'll give that to you.
Okay, I love you.
You're welcome to wait inside your house if that's what you'd prefer.
Yeah, their video and
okay.
For their YouTube channel.
Yeah. Okay, I'll go ahead and step into my car, and then when you're ready with that, you can just step out. I'll come grab it from you. Okay.
What was he arrested for? What was the charge?
Criminal stalking.
Criminal stalking. That's what everybody. Yep. Sweet.
Yeah, so,
Thank you.
I don't know the details of the case other than that. So.
You're the greatest.
So what about all of his buddies that have been joining with him?
I want them all trespassed from my property too.
Okay. Yeah, I'll try and catch them and let them know that they've been trespassed. They're not welcome back, and yeah, we'll go
I
from
love
there.
American Fork Police Department.
There it is. Ask and the police of American Fork shall deliver. They did arrest Ben. They did exactly as Amon and Josh asked for, and they're pumped because they got the results they wanted. Why wouldn't they be? I don't really understand why the police were so adamant about trusting them and taking their side and doing all the nefarious things they did, but they did it. And they recorded all of it for us to see. Cool. Anyway, those were some of the major takeaways. I'm sure you guys might be wondering what happens now. And Ben is working on a part 3. Honestly, for his sake, I hope he doesn't upload it because I think the more evidence he puts out, it can only serve to incriminate him. I think the court of public opinion is already on his side, but the court of law doesn't really help to try to plead your case unless it's actually in the court. But to kind of understand what's going to happen next, there's a couple of lawsuits that have already started, and they're pretty fucking serious. I don't have a law degree, so I can't break this down, but I found someone who does, who I think's worth hearing from.
It's a Thursday night in Kaiser.
Oh my God, I have to watch this, I guess. I've been linked this multiple times. Okay, this will probably be the final video we watch, at least today, on the Lego drama. And this is a video from Lawful Masses with Leonard French, who I'm assuming his pedigree is that he is a lawyer. Yep, a lawyer who codes and programs, who reads law cases, case law. So it kind of a legal eagle-esque figure, and we're going to read it to get his analysis on the ongoing court case, which is way more updated than the videos we have watched. We're going to 2x speed through the exposition. When he starts explaining the law stuff, we're probably going to go 0.5x speed because I'm stupid.
The Gormans did one more thing this week. They sued. They filed against corporate in Utah for wrongful termination, seizure of the store, having their reputations trashed. They're now plaintiffs on the attack. Their names will turn up again later in a different courtroom on the other side of the V.
Okay.
Part 2, the repossession and the two things in the building. The other side has an argument now made in writing, and it is better than the internet is giving it credit for. So here it is at its strongest.
This is the argument for BAM, aka Bricks and Minifigs.
Corporate's account of that Thursday night is not, we showed up and grabbed a healthy store. It's this. The Gormans were in default, behind on the payments to buy the location, behind on royalties for months, owing tens of thousands more. The complaint puts the total north of $175,000. On that account, what happened wasn't a heist, it was a repossession, a franchisor enforcing its contract against an operator who stopped paying.
Yeah, and that's, again, something that the Gormans didn't address in their video, right? They never addressed that they did their payments on time. And if it's true they didn't do their payments, it does shift it a bit. It shifts things. Because now who owes the money? If they sold all the figures and they had the money that they were supposed to give to Brian, and corporate shows up and there's no money and there's no figures, they're like, well, fuck me. Anyway, we continue.
If that's true, the repossession may be perfectly lawful. Franchise agreements let a franchisor terminate and take back a defaulting store.
Okay.
Taking your store back because you didn't pay for it is not theft. On the store itself, they may be standing on solid ground. But there were two different things in that building on Thursday night, and the law treats them completely differently. The first is the store, the fixtures, the franchise, the business. Corporate may be entitled to take that back. The second is the old man's Lego collection, and that was never the Gormans to lose.
Yes.
Start with the oldest analogy there is. You hand your coat to the coat check at a restaurant. You still own the coat. The restaurant is just holding it. There's a word for that, bailment. And the holder has duties.
Bailment.
Keep it safe. Give it back. What it cannot do is treat your coat as its own and sell it. If it does, that's a tort with an old name, conversion.
Ooh, I like these words. Bailment, tort, conversion. Are we writing this down?
Exercising ownership over a thing that isn't yours. And consignment is a bailment in commercial clothes. The family's Legos were the coat, the store was the coat check.
I'm following you.
That's the family's
I'm following
side of
you.
it.
I feel like I'm learning.
Corporate has now added a layer. There's one more piece of machinery, and it's the piece almost nobody outside the profession knows about. When you hand goods to a store on consignment, the law does not simply protect you on trust. Under the commercial code, in a lot of cases, you are expected to file a notice, a one-page public document called a financing statement, a UCC-1, announcing to the world these goods in that store are mine. It costs about $20. It exists for exactly this situation.
So it is not enough to simply give the goods on consignment. If you give your fucking prized jewelry, am I understanding this correctly? Okay, he's saying if you give your prized jewelry to a pawn shop, you have to say, hey, I've given my prized jewelry to this pawn shop. Government, this is where it is. So that way there's a ledger that follows this.
If you file it, the store's other creditors are on notice, and they can't sweep up your goods when the store goes under. If you don't file it, then in many circumstances, a creditor or good faith buyer who didn't know about your consignment can take your goods free and clear, and your only recourse is to chase the person who put them there.
That seems fucking fucked. That seems fucking fucked, Leonard. Because that seems like some nerdy shit nobody knows about. Leonard, and I hope they did it. We don't know if they did it. We don't know if they filed it right now. Let's keep going.
So the whole case may turn on a $20 piece of paper that, as far as anyone has shown, no one filed. That is corporate's real argument, stripped of the press release language. We were the secured creditor. We took the inventory in good faith, without notice of any consignment. An unfiled, undisclosed consignment doesn't beat us.
But what about and may I ask, and I think you'll reply to this, what about when they said that they were going to take the consignment on the phone call? Does that change anything?
But it runs into two problems. Here's the first, and it's where those two sentences from a few minutes ago come back. Corporate's secured creditor argument depends on the phrase, without notice. They didn't know. But the rule has an exception. A buyer or creditor who actually knew about the consignment doesn't get the protection. And corporate, a year before any of this, promoted the collection, put it in the press.
This is my question,
posted
Leonard.
it. A plaintiff's lawyer stands up, plays that marketing back, and asks how a company can have notice and not have notice at the same time. The two sentences that merely looked awkward, "we never knew" and "we advertised it," are the crack in the bona fide purchaser defense.
Leonard, you saucy dog. Interesting. So even if they didn't file the UCC1, they were aware of it. And they definitely were aware of it because the Thursday night where Brandon Best came into the store, he was told about the consignment directly.
The second problem cuts the other way. Corporate also offers a much simpler story about where the Legos went, and it's an uncomfortable one for the family's side. It says its own review of the store's old sales records show that the original franchisee, Crystal, sold most of the collection herself before any repossession, somewhere around $50,000 of similar inventory, and may simply have not paid the family for it. On that theory, the wrong here, if there is one, isn't a corporate theft at all. It's a private failure between the family and the Gormans, and corporate is a bystander who took back a nearly empty store. They say they found less than $5,000 of Star Wars on site when they walked in. The Gormans tell that part differently, and their version is more careful than you'd expect. In their lawsuit, they don't deny the collection had been getting sold down. That's the point of a consignment. You sell it piece by piece over time. By their account, roughly half the collection had been sold before the takeover, and the proceeds for those sales had been paid to the family. What was left in the store on the night of the seizure, they say, was still on the order of $100,000 to $125,000 in sets, and they say they documented it that night, photograph by photograph, more than 200 of them. So the two sides aren't fighting about whether sales happened, they're fighting about whether the family got paid for all of them and how much was still on the shelves when the locks changed.
I mean, there's a huge difference. There's a huge disparity here, right? They're saying there's $125,000 worth of Legos. BAM is saying there was $80,000 at most ever, and there's only $2,000 to $5,000 left, and we don't even know if that $2,000 to $5,000 was actually yours. This is like $100,000 difference. This is a massive difference.
Most of these questions get answered on paper, not by a podcast.
Yeah. Yep. I think that makes sense. It would come down to then, okay, well, let's see the 200 photographs, and can we source which of those were the ones on consignment from the Mansell family, and what is the value of those? And does it exceed what BAM is saying? Where does it actually lie? Interesting.
The countersuit. The case is BAM Franchising and others versus Benjamin Schneider and others.
Ooh. So fucking they're suing Ben now. Ooh.
Filed in Utah's 4th District Court in Provo and by Dentons, one of the largest law firms on the planet. You don't put Dentons on a Lego dispute unless you intend to spend. The party list tells its own story. On the plaintiff's side, the corporate entity, both McNeff brothers personally, the CEO and the COO, and the local operators, Josh Johnson and Brandon Best, and their company. On the defendant's side, Ben Schneider, the man, and Reckless Ben, LLC, the company. Then Brian Mansell, the collector's son. Then Victor Nguyen, who sits beside Ben in the videos.
Okay, Jesus Christ. A lot of names.
And then a category the law calls Does, John Does 1 through 15. A John Doe defendant is a placeholder, a blank seat at the table for someone the plaintiff means to name later, and it names as potential Does 1 through 15 Crystal and Benjamin Gorman. The Gormans sued corporate this week. Corporate this week named the Gormans as future defendants in its own suit. The same two people are plaintiffs in one courtroom and targets in the one next door. Everyone in this has now sued or been sued by nearly everyone.
Holy fuck. We have courtroom drama on the menu. Everyone's getting fucking sued. This is the America we deserve to live in.
The first cause of action is civil RICO. RICO comes in two flavors.
RICO is what they used to take the mob down, no? A RICO? That's how they took down Al Capone. They're hitting Ben, the YouTuber, with the RICO. I've never seen it.
Criminal RICO is the prosecutor charging you with prison on the table, the mob statute everyone pictures. Civil RICO is a private party suing you for money over the same kind of conduct. Same family of law, but different posture entirely.
Okay.
The prosecutor here brought small misdemeanors. The company brought the big civil RICO suit. Civil RICO is a fearsome thing to have pointed at you because if it lands, the damages are automatically tripled and the loser pays the winner's attorney's fees. It's built into it on purpose.
Oh, they're trying to bury him. And they hire Dentons, bro. They hire Dentons. Holy fuck. They hired Dentons to hit this boy with the civil RICO. And Ben called him and he said, double or nothing. And he got triple or nothing. Oh my God.
Extortion, fraud, forgery, criminal simulation, deceptive business practices, obstruction of justice. 10 causes of action in all. The RICO claim, then defamation, false light, civil conspiracy, tortious interference, civil stalking, nuisance, and trespass, each asking $250,000 or more before the tripling.
Ooh, oh my Lord. Holy fuck. And I thought the most money a YouTuber could lose was starting a production company. Come to find out, it's a civil RICO.
The ammunition is Ben's own videos. They're attached to the complaint as exhibits. The thing Ben made to win the court of public opinion is now Exhibit C in a court of law.
Yeah, I won't lie. And I won't lie to you. Ben's videos definitely show him doing at least one of those things. I think inarguably, they definitely show him doing a little bit of forgery. We saw there was a bit of fraud though. There was a bit of fraud, you wanna. I don't know if that's civil RICO. That seems like a fucking crazy thing. I also don't think it'd be very wise for Ben to upload episode 3 at this point. If I'm being honest. I'm looking up, does Mexico extradite to the United States? Yes. Brother, you are not safe in Mexico. Let's keep going.
The disguises, the fake delivery uniform used to get a signature, the deep faked apology video, the fake raffle, the we steal from old people company. Every stunt that made the original video delightful is re-indexed here as a predicate act. The spine of the extortion theory is a single alleged sentence.
Technically, wasn't it not a fake raffle? He did have a real religion. Fuck. Ooh, looks like Ed and Nettie are going to get in a little bit of trouble for trying to crack this jawbreaker.
The spine of the extortion theory is a single alleged sentence. Corporate says that in a recorded settlement call, the Gormans told them that unless corporate paid a $300,000 demand, they would, quote, not be able to control the documentarian from releasing damaging and doctored videos. If that sentence was said and recorded, it is the most dangerous sentence in the saga for Ben's side. It is what lets a court recast a journalist's pressure campaign as the muscle of an extortion conspiracy. It is also the thread back to the Gormans. Remember,
you could sense a tone shift, and maybe that's because video 2 was released after the lawsuit. But when you watch video 1, right? It's the Ed and Eddie hijinks. Let's do some illegal shit. Let's get a little fucking crazy. What scheme can we come up with today, boys? Hold up. I read the law for 37 seconds. Let's do a raffle. That counts as a criminal. You know what I'm saying? And then video 2 was like, okay, the law says to deliver the documents. Let's just do it by the book. Should we have one of our friends pretend to be like someone who gives the document? Nope. Let's just hire a real one. Let's just hire a real one, probably. Trespass. You know what? Let's not trespass. It felt a lot. I think they felt a little bit of heat there.
Remember the leaked memo where corporate talked about getting the videos pulled down? The same day it filed, corporate asked Judge Tony Graff for an emergency restraining order, and the next day, the 28th, he signed it. Granted before Ben's side ever entered the room, which is what ex parte means. One side in an emergency before the other side is heard. Much of what the order does is ordinary. Stop making death and bomb threats. Stop publishing home addresses. Stop doxing.
Okay, low key, and I'm not saying that all these aren't good things to do. The police also did dox that man. And I think it's just because they're horrible YouTubers. Okay, let's be honest. Being a YouTuber is a harder job than being a police officer. You don't come back from your shift and have to look at a 10 out of 10.
But the order doesn't stop at that conduct.
Oh.
Down in the lettered paragraphs near the end, the court does two further things.
Oh.
It restrains the defendants from creating or posting, going forward, content about the company that the order calls false, misleading, harassing, or defamatory. And it orders them to take down the videos that are already up. The takedown was granted ex parte, before Ben's side said a word, on a finding that corporate is substantially likely to prevail, a likelihood measured after hearing from exactly one of two sides.
Isn't that crazy? Wait, is that not crazy? Hold up, this sounds crazy, Leonard. Leonard, the shit you're saying to me sounds crazy. You're basically saying that Ben is ordered to take down the videos because a judge signed an order without even hearing the case? Leonard, this sounds insane to me. Should we not let the court figure it out first? Leonard.
There is, right now, a signed order commanding a journalist to take his reporting down. The parts of Ben that are hard to defend are coming. That order is not one of them.
Okay. So this order, you're saying this order's kind of bullshit.
Part 5, the other lawsuit, the one the Gormans wrote. For weeks, the Gormans were the quiet ones, names mentioned, voices on a recording, never the authors of anything. That changed. They filed their own lawsuit against corporate in a specialized Utah court for business disputes. The Gormans say the director of operations admitted the key piece on tape. On a recorded call, they allege, he said of the lease is technically in our name still. If the recording is real, that is corporate's own operations chief confirming the exact failure the Gormans say manufactured their default. The live stream lesson once more, this time pointed back at corporate by the people it repossessed. There's more on that recording by their account. When the husband asked whether corporate's approach sounded like grace, the operations man said it sounded like a threat. In a way it is. He warned that if they fought back, he'd make their lives shit. When they raised the consignment, the old man's Legos, he waved it off as the new operator's problem. The new owner takes on all that liability. When they later worried aloud about going public, he reminded them there'd be legal consequences if they defamed the company. Each of those, if the tape is real, is a line a litigator dreams of catching the other side saying.
Ooh, okay. I mean, right now, it sounds like Ben is fucked. And it sounds like the best chance for justice to be served is through the Gormans. The Gormans case seems the most legitimate, and they've also been the most careful about what they say publicly. And if you're Ben, buddy, I might not post that third video. Well, I don't know what you're putting in it, but I don't think it's going to help you.
Now turning the camera on Ben, look at what the criminal charges are about. Not the Legos, not the theft, but the manner of the pursuit. Conduct aimed at one man's house over several days. There's a statute built for that, targeted residential picketing, repeatedly focusing activity directed at a particular residence. Set it against what Ben did by his own footage, the disguise, the staged delivery to get a signature, the sign across from the house, the friend sent to the door posing as a fellow churchgoer. The charges they brought are a tight fit to the documented conduct. And then there's the warrant. The police department said at the end of May that there's no active warrant for Ben in Utah. What it means is that Ben's own video, which leaves you braced for an imminent no-bail arrest and a flight to Mexico, is telling you the most dramatic possible version of a situation the police describe as, for the moment, dormant.
Okay. Yeah, I believe that. I believe Ben is all, he's a YouTuber after all. He's hyped this up for drama.
Then the We Won in Court arc, the small claims victory and the closed store the original video built towards, corporate's complaint tells it differently. It alleges the so-called default judgment was never a real, final, enforceable judgment, and that several of the small claims filings were defective, wrong entities, some dismissed outright as improper. I can't adjudicate it, but the cleanest, most satisfying beat of the original story, we took them to court and won, is the beat corporate is now attacking as more theatrical than legal.
I believe it's theatrical. I think the splitting the court case into 10 different small claims was at best an Ed, Edd and Eddy scheme. That for sure, because I thought of it. And I know if I think of it, it's a bad idea.
And the religion theory, which I'm setting aside on purpose, a lot of the commentary explains all of this through the faith of the town and the parties, the Mormon mafia in the comments. There's a simpler account. A small department reflexively siding with a local resident over an out-of-state, loudmouthed YouTuber who keeps turning up at a private home with a camera doesn't need a conspiracy to explain it. Familiarity and repeat complaints do the work.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. That's fair. It's fair. He's logical. He's a logical guy. I got to give it to Leonard French. Mr. French, he's not wrong on that. And I think if we were to both back up for a moment, we would recognize that every person on earth would love to side against the loudmouth YouTuber in 99% of situations.
Both of these are true now, and refusing to hold both is how everyone else in this story ended up in a courtroom. The case against corporate has teeth. The recordings, the Lego letter, the promotion that undercuts the without notice defense, the manufactured default story the Gormans can apparently back with tape. And the clean, blameless Crusader picture of Ben is harder to hold up.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Yep. Yes. It absolutely is. Ben for sure is not a clean Crusader.
That's the beginning of the story, not the end. And I'll keep following it, mostly because I can't help myself.
Same.
Thanks for watching.
Here we are.
I'm Leonard.
5.5 hours in. Thank you, Leonard. In my opinion, the police department should be under so much more scrutiny. Yeah, absolutely. The police department went crazy. Dude, okay. And here's what Ben needs to do. Because Ben, there's not a lawsuit from Ben at the moment. You know, for all the videos, for all the pomp and circumstance, there's not like an active lawsuit that's going on from Ben's side. The Gormans are doing a lawsuit. Bam is doing a lawsuit. Now, here's where things need to get spicy. Ben needs to sue the police. And then we have the greatest drama of our times, which have all come from plastic Lego pieces. My God. I think Leonard spoke quite succinctly and wrapped this up in a way that makes a lot of sense. I think, first off, the most important thing, we'd love to see some justice for the Mancells. I don't care where it comes from. I just want them to get their money. I think if that happens, I can leave this situation in my mind a checkbox, happy checkbox. Okay? Ben seems like he's fucked. I'm not going to lie. Are you donating to the GoFundMe? Well, it sounds like donating to the GoFundMe is donating to the law group known as Denton's, who's about to get all of their money and more from Ben. So I don't know if that's the wisest decision. But if the Gorman's lawsuit actually goes to court, I think that would be that would be something I'd be interested in donating to. Anyway, this is an absolutely in-fucking-sane saga. I'm going to call it here, guys. I got to end. I'm so hungry. I did not think this would take me 6 hours when I started today. But here we are. I think if you stuck through the whole time, you're pretty well informed. I think most of what's to come is either going to come through two forms. The court case proceeding, which is going to be slow. And Ben probably uploading another video because I don't think a YouTuber knows when to stop.